So, meet our power couple of the hour. The guy, who has just thrown some serious shade at another guy's girl. She gets all pouty, whining. He's humiliating me. Teach him a lesson, Pawnee. Her boyfriend, is immediately ready to throw down. Our shiny armored boy unleashes this epic, sky-splitting slash that lands right on Luo Yu's shoulder, but weirdly, it does absolutely nothing. 0 damage. While the coddle is still reeling, our main character drops his true identity. He's the player named Zero. Why is that name such a big deal? Well, picture this: all the adventurers are hesitating because the most dangerous gate just opened up. They see some random dude walking straight towards it, and start yelling for him to stop, saying the strongest team in town is on their way. People start whispering, "Damn, that guy's gear is worth more than my entire life savings." Just then, Lu Yao's arm candy seems to recognize Luo Yu. He knows she's the ex-girlfriend of this body's original owner, Zhen Yu. She struts over, tin up, and calls him trash, telling him not to even dream of entering this place. But Luo Yu just fires back, "Are you missing our little stamina training sessions?" She goes pale, clings to Lu Yao, and declares he's 1,000 times better than a poor loser like him. Lu Yao gives Luo Yu that classic "yeah, bro, getting dumped sucks" look. But Luo Yu just smirks. "It's cool. I was done using her anyway. She's used goods, but you're welcome to them." Absolute savage. The girl loses it, demanding her boyfriend attack Luo Yu, but he's a total coward. The moment he senses Luo Yu's aura, he pretends he doesn't care and bails, saying he's off to farm this rare gate while Luo Yu will forever be a failure. The crowd cheers for Lu Yao. One guy even tells Luo Yu that poor people like them can never compete. Luo Yu just replies that anyone can try to become better and stronger. The guy is stunned, as if a spark of hope was just lit inside him. Inside the gate, Lin Lu is complaining, "Why didn't you do anything when he humiliated me?" Lu Yao lies, claiming he has to protect his family's pristine reputation, but promises that sooner or later, that guy will be on his knees begging. As he says this, his hand squeezes her well-used, but still hefty assets. A little later, Luo Yu decides to enter the gate. Earth-shattering explosions erupt from within. Lu Yao can't believe they're about to fail. Everyone wants to quit. Continuing would be suicide. But when they look over, Luo Yu is standing there, looking like Batman in the middle of Gotham. Lu Yao is fuming while our boy just smirks. They scream at him to stop, but he's already activated the final stage of the gate, and everyone else gets booted out of the dungeon. An armored scorpion boss appears, and that's when Luo Yu reveals he's got an armored summon of his own. The two start trading blows, but the damage they're dealing is less than their health regeneration. We're talking 22 points of damage, people. At this rate, they'd be fighting until the next ice age. After a battle full of parries, dashes, fireballs, smoke, and blood, Luo Yu finally stands over the boss's corpse. The entire city gets an alert that a player named Zero just broke the record. Lu Yao and Lin Lu are speechless, jaws on the floor. But Luo Yu throws in a final jab, quipping that her jaw isn't the only thing she likes to leave wide open. Honestly, they're wondering if he really beat the boss. It should have been impossible. So, Lu Yao orders his minions to investigate just who the hell Zero is. This is where we find out why Luo Yu is so awe. Turns out, he was a top-tier genius 100 years ago. But then he discovered that his class, a combination of summoner and tamer, required an absurd amount of experience points to level up. For any normal player, this was a death sentence. Summons drained energy, leveling drained energy, even breathing in this class felt like it cost energy. That's why nobody touched it. It was a noob trap. So, he just switched on off-farm AFK mode and went into a cryogenic sleep, like he was playing World of Warcraft for the long haul. Years later, he wakes up in a stranger's body, opens a gate like it's nothing, and the system welcomes him back after being offline for 100 years. And for the entire time he was gone, he was earning 70 energy points per second. Do the math on that. That's 221 billion points sitting in his account. The one thing that made the Summoner Tamer class useless, he turned into the reason he's untouchable. So, what's the first thing he does? He walks into the newbie shop and blows all his cash on a 1-star stat. Everyone in the store looks at him like he's brain dead. Dude, you could buy a full set of armor for that much. That thing is unupgradable. Meanwhile, Luo Yu is pumping billions of energy points into it, upgrading it again and again until it hits gold tier. The staff everyone called trash is now the most powerful weapon on the server. Then he steps outside and one-shots a giant rat, while other players are scratching it for 2 points of damage. A whole party was formed just to kill one rat, and this guy is deleting them on repeat without breaking a sweat. People start calling him the big boss. Girls start flocking to him, begging to join his party. One claims she's a healer, but she's clearly wearing a witch's hat. A group brings their whole squad to recruit him. Another one just straight up offers to be his girlfriend on the spot. But Luo Yu turns them all down without even slowing his pace. He's got a gate to farm, and a scorpion to level up. He doesn't have time for distractions. He found his pet scorpion during a side quest from a wounded NPC named Carl, whose family was slaughtered by scorpions. Luo Yu accepts, walks into the factory, and starts wiping out every armored scorpion in sight. He even baits the Scorpion Emperor to spawn early by killing enough of its babies. And just as his mana is about to run out, 2 kill stealers pop out of hiding, trying to snag his prize. Except Luo Yu was never really out of mana. It was all a trap. He wipes the floor with both of them, absorbs the Scorpion Emperor as his pet, maxes it out on the spot, and walks away like nothing happened. That Scorpion, plus his golden staff, and the levels he's been grinding, is exactly why he walked into the rare gate like he owned the place, and why Lu Yao's world-shattering slash was completely useless. He cracks his knuckles and says they'd better get ready for what's coming next. Lu Yu stands there, staff held high, ready to pulverize this clown, when Lu Yao starts to panic. He's trembling, screaming, "Wait, don't hit me. Do you know who I am? I'm the president of the Supreme Guild, and the eldest son of the richest man in Ingaris." Luo Yu's response is short and sweet. "Yeah, I don't care." And bam, he sends the rich boy fling. A single hit, and Lu Yao's armor shatters into pieces. Right then, Luo Yu gets a notification. Supreme Glory has been activated. The system explains that because this idiot attacked first, he's now marked as a gray name, meaning Luo Yu has a 10-minute free-for-all to wreck him without getting a murder penalty. Let me break down this mechanic for you. Normally, everyone's name is white. But the second you attack another white name player, you turn gray for a bit. During that time, your victim can do whatever they want to you, beat you up, take your lunch money, even delete you, and the game won't flag them. But if the gray name player manages to kill their victim, their name turns red. They get hit with 100 sin points, and they are basically screwed. Red names can't enter safe zones, can't return to the real world, and have to grind mobs for hours to clear their name, or just wait to get jumped by other players. Oh, and when you die, you lose all your levels, experience, and drop a ton of gear. Anyway, since Lu Yao is now nothing more than a free loot box, Luo Yu starts casually collecting all his gear while Lin Lu just sits there, completely stunned, watching her boyfriend to get looted in 4. After he's done, Luo Yu gets ready to escort an NPC named Arin back to town to complete a quest. But before he can leave, Lin Lu crawls over and grabs his leg, begging him not to leave her behind. She explains that players only get 2 resurrection scrolls a week, and she's already used 1. If she dies here and uses the second, she'll have nothing left for emergencies. Then, she tries the desperation play, getting flirty. "Don't you remember me? We had something special. I never forgot you." Luo Yu looks down at her, then over at Arin, and just walks away without a word. Ice cold. Lin Lu's face goes from desperate to pure rage, and she screams after him as he disappears with Arin. Later, Luo Yu successfully completes the escort quest. The reward is massive. He gets an ice staff. And after pumping 256 energy points into it to refine it 144 times, yes, you heard that right, it transforms into a gold tier weapon called the Annihilating Frost Staff. Sure, it cost a ton of energy, but for Luo Yu, that's just pocket change. He also gets a common great pet egg, and since he's been hoarding a ton of these from all the mobs he's farmed, he decides to feed them all to his armored scorpion. Just like that, his basic pet evolves into a silver armored scorpion, an elite tier beast. So, let's take inventory. Our boy now has a 2-star legendary staff, an elite tier silver scorpion, and all of Lu Yao's gold gear, which means he's ready to take on the final boss of the first world. But first, he needs to restock. Luo Yu logs out and returns to the real world, probably to grab some potions. The second he's back, his phone rings. It's the hospital. And they are not happy. They're demanding 390 in medical fees for his little brother, Shubta, and if he doesn't pay, they're pulling the plug. Luo Yu doesn't panic. He just asks for their payment info and says he'll wire the money within 10 minutes. Luo Yu figured he could just sell some of his gold gear, since that stuff is worth millions in the real world. And honestly, helping Zhang Yu's brother is the least he can do since he's borrowing his body. But then this system informs him his gear is untradeable and undroppable. The dude is stuck with soul-bound items. Even if he sold all the silver he had, he'd only get about 10, which is nowhere near enough. So, Luo Yu starts scrolling through job postings, looking for anything that pays. The normal coaching gigs are only 50 an hour, and the pay is slow. Then, he spots a post from a guy named Ramiro. This dude looks sketchy as hell. He's hiring a professional coach and willing to pay 300. Luo Yu's eyes light up, but then he scrolls through the comments. Apparently, this post pops up every year during awakening season, and everyone who accepts it ends up dead. Like, for real dead. Does Luo Yu care? No. He sees life-threatening and 300 in the same sentence, and thinks, that sounds like my kind of Tuesday. Without wasting a second, Luo Yu contacts the person who posted the shady job. A girl picks up and lays out the conditions. First, the student he'll be coaching is a complete noob. Second, he has to help them clear the entire first world. Luo Yu listens, and then casually ups the price. Alright, I can teach them through the first and second worlds, but I want 390. The girl doesn't even hesitate. I'll give you 400, but only if you actually succeed in teaching my little sister. We then see her sitting in front of about 50 monitors, looking like she's running a gaming empire, and she tells Luo Yu to get to the Doomsday Town spawn point in 10 minutes, where her sister is waiting. A short time later, Luo Yu steps through the gate into Doomsday Town, thinking to himself that clearing the first world solo was easy, but getting paid 400 just to help someone else clear it is a straight-up steal. As he's looking around, he spots a girl in a hooded cloak, trying to be all mysterious. Luo Yu figures that's his student and heads over. Meanwhile, the crowd around them is buzzing. Dude, even with the hood, you can tell that's the Calamity Mage. Apparently, everyone knows this girl, and they're gossiping about her and Luo Yu teaming up to Gold Farm. Luo Yu parties up with the girl and immediately goes into instructor mode, explaining that they need to clear 2 prerequisite quests to beat the first world, kill 10 monsters and collect 10 coins. He also fills her in on some of the game's mechanics. Basically, she can't deal damage to monsters that are 5 levels above her. Even if he gets them down to 1/8, she can't finish them off. So, while they're farming the prereqs, they also need to level her up. They encounter their first scorpion and Luo Yu goes full NI mode, trapping it in giant ice blocks with his new skill. He then turns to the girl and tells her to finish it off for the experience. She does, and boom, her level shoots up by 3 levels at once. But then, the girl just stands there staring into space like she's having an existential crisis. Another scorpion charges her from behind, and Luo Yu has to run over, pull her out of the way, and kill the monster himself. He holds the pink-haired girl protectively while his eyes are still locked forward, watching for more scorpions. And in that moment, you can see the sparkles appear in her eyes. She's falling for him, and she's falling fast. Still daydreaming about our MC's heroics, she doesn't even realize Luo Yu is telling her they need to keep moving to level up. As they're walking through the forest, Luo Yu asks her how old she is. She holds up her fingers. 21. She still hasn't said a single word to him, which is already pretty suspicious. But what's really bugging Luo Yu is that she's been stuck at this low level for 3 years. Like, all class changers awaken at 18. So what has she been doing this whole time? The dude is starting to get suspicious. Then, the girl finally pulls down her hood and, with gratitude written all over her face, she begs him to just leave her here. She promises to pay him half the money, but he has to swear not to tell her sister about it. Hearing her voice for the first time, Luo Yu turns around and flat out refuses. Though, I promised your sister I'd help you clear the first world, and that's what I'm going to do. The girl's face falls. She warns him that he really shouldn't do this, because she has the Star of Calamity. She's literally a vessel of disaster, meaning being near her means constant chaos, bad luck, and probably death. Instead of running for the hills like a normal person, Luo Yu gets curious. Wait, what's a disaster vessel? Tell me more. Because of course this psycho finds danger interesting. Before she can answer, a mob of players suddenly appears and surrounds them. They start throwing insults at the girl, calling her the Calamity Mage who ruins everyone's lives. Apparently, her forum post went viral. Anyone who accepted her request died a horrible death, but anyone who managed to kill her would get massive experience and energy as a reward. So naturally, all these players are now looking at her like a walking loot box. The girl panics and tells Luo Yu they need to run, because all these players are much higher level than them. But before they can move, guess who shows up? That's right, Loot Elf. He and his entire crew roll up like they own the place. One of the random players tries to approach Lu Yao to ask what's going on, but Lu Yao just shoves him aside and walks straight up to Luo Yu, grabbing him by the collar with a smug grin. Luo Yu looks at him completely unbothered and says, "What? You here to give me more free loot like last time?" Then he adds with a smirk, wait. You can't even use your resurrection scroll for another 7 days, can you? Our boy just reminded this dude he got absolutely wrecked in their last fight. But this fool still hasn't learned his lesson, ordering his minions to get ready. Luo Yu and the pink-haired girl just stand there looking at Lu Yao, who is also confused. He looks behind him and calls out to one of his guys, Wako, who is standing off in the distance with his sword ready to attack Luo Yu. But then, in the most unexpected turn of events, Lu Yao walks over to Waku and starts beating the crap out of him, screaming that he told them to bring something else, not weapons. A few seconds later, all of Lu Yao's guild members are standing in a circle around Lu Yu, and every single one of them places a gift box at his feet. Lin Lu immediately loses it, screaming at Lu Yao about what the hell he's doing. Lu Yao doesn't even look at her, and just says, "Shut up." This leaves her standing there with her mouth hanging open, hiding behind her guildmates like a scared puppy. Lu Yao clears his throat and tells Lu Yu that he personally picked out all these gifts just for him, as a sign of his sincerity. Then he drops the real bombshell: he wants Lu Yu to work for his guild, and offers a salary of 500 a month. The whole crowd goes silent. Everyone is shocked. Even Lin Lu can't help herself, and starts mocking Lu Yu, saying a poor nobody like him couldn't earn that in 10 years of grinding, so he should just accept. In her head, Lin Lu is playing 4 chess. If Lu Yu joins the guild, not only will Lu Yao be happy, but she'll get to boss our boy around again. 2 birds with 1 stone. But Lu Yu doesn't reject the offer right away. Instead, he lays down the most savage condition. I only work with people who are stronger than me. So, show me your strength first, then I'll consider your offer. Lin Lu is completely baffled. She can't understand why this poor beast tamer is turning down $500,000 when he's struggling to pay hospital bills. Lu Yu looks her dead in the eye and delivers the final blow. Birds of a feather flock together. Unlike you, I don't sell my self-respect for a few dirty coins. Lin Lu's face turns beet red with fury. Lu Yu casually starts to walk away, telling them to get out of his way because he has monsters to kill. Lin Lu jumps in front of him and orders the other guild members to attack, but to her shock, Lu Yao tells everyone to stand down and let him pass. Lu Yu walks right past him without a second glance. Lin Lu tries to stir the pot, whispering to Lu Yao that Lu Yu is clearly disrespecting him, and he should do something. Lu Yao just repeats himself. I said, let him go. Are you deaf? Lin Lu shuts up as she realizes Lu Yao isn't mad at Lu Yu, he's mad at her. As Lu Yu and the girl walk away, all the guild members just stand there watching. One turns to Lu Yao and says they should have killed Lu Yu right then and there because he disrespected their leader and is acting way too arrogant. Before he can finish, Lu Yao punches him square in the face. Then, with a crazy, excited smile, Lu Yao says that sometimes having to fight for something new is what makes it worthwhile. Getting everything too easily is just boring. Lin Lu tries to get flirty, asking why he's had such a change of heart when an hour ago he was trying to kill Lu Yu. Lu Yao grabs her by the face and says maybe it was when Lu Yu killed him last time. Then he asks the real question. How could a poor beast tamer hit so hard? To him, Lu Yu is definitely no ordinary person, which means he needs to have him in the guild. Meanwhile, Lin Lu is seething with rage at Yu, vowing she'll teach him a lesson soon. Cut to nighttime. The moon is up and Lu Yu and Su Jin are walking in the woods when she suddenly thanks him for saving her earlier without even looking at him. Lu Yu shoots back. If you die, I don't get paid. That's the only reason I saved you. Su Jin just sadly says that she still doesn't think he can help her clear the first world. Lu Yu stops and turns to her, genuinely confused. How can someone with such low self-esteem even post on the forums? You could have just not shown up, but you still came here and entered the first world. Explain. The girl's face darkens. It was my sister. She's the one who won't give up. I gave up a long time ago. Then she shows him her character screen, specifically the special class Calamity Vassal. She explains that anyone with this cursed class can only kill monsters in a party. The only way to get rid of it is to clear the first world, which she's been trying to do for 3 years. Lu Yu's mind starts working. He realizes that beyond the normal core classes, there are rare special classes. If someone with a special class manages to overcome their limitations, their level could instantly jump to a high tier or even a mythic tier class. But there's a catch. It's not easy for a normal person, and if you fail, you get stuck in an endless loop of suffering. Su Jin sits down against a tree and continues. Ever since she awakened 3 years ago, she's made hundreds of attempts to clear the first world. Not only has she never succeeded, but because of the system settings, she's never been able to party up with anyone with a 10 level difference from her. And without a player level 10 or higher, There's no way to beat the first world's boss. Tears start streaming down her face as she stands up. Just go. I'll never be able to clear it. But instead of leaving, Luo Yu looks at her with complete confidence and says, I'm going to help you clear the first world. That's a promise. Su Jin's eyes go wide. She runs over and grabs his arm, her voice shaking. It's been 3 years, waiting for this curse to be broken so people will stop looking down on me. Luo Yu gently places his hand on hers. Then let's get going. If you want to clear the first world, we need to keep moving. After that dose of motivation, the two are ready for the boss fight because Su Jin has already cleared the prereqs to unlock the world boss. Kill 1,000 monsters and collect 10 silver coins. Easy, right? Well, for our MC it was. A little time passes and this guy has massacred a bunch of monsters while casually picking up the silver coins. The girl is just standing there, jaw dropped, watching him solo entire herds of boars and other creatures. She's thinking, what kind of monster did I party up with? After clearing both quests, Luo Yu turns to her and asks if she's ready to face the boss. She agrees, but he can tell something's off. She's hesitating, so he asks, what's wrong? She looks down and admits that unlike other players, he's clearly super strong and could have easily told her to get lost when she asked for help. But instead, he's here helping her clear the first world. And she doesn't understand why. Our boy, being the humble king he is, tries to play it cool and says he's nothing special, just a normal middle-class guy. And of course, this makes her fall for him even harder. Meanwhile, Luo Yu is sweating internally, thinking, probably shouldn't mention I'm actually loaded. With both quests done, the system pops up asking if they want to challenge the boss now. Our guy clicks confirm without hesitation because why wait? A demonic-looking portal appears in front of them, and they walk through it like they're entering an McDonald's. On the other side, they're standing in a demon's abyss when the system lays down the rules. They have 1 hour to defeat the Raging Boar King. And if they fail, they go back to square one, redoing all those quests. The system then gives them some potions, resurrection scrolls, and other super expensive recovery items. Even though Luo Yu knows he could solo this pig no problem, he takes them just in case. Plus, he's got a secret weapon, the Lu Yao armor set that he plans to equip on his silver scorpion. With this prep, the fight should be a piece of cake. Finally, they come face to face with the Raging Boar King. This level 10 monster is basically the gatekeeper between World 1 and World 2. This pig's entire job is to stand at the Nightmare Source Passage and kill anyone who tries to get through. Su Jin is hyping herself up, ready to prove she's useful, but you can tell she's scared to death. I mean, it's just the two of them against a level 10 raid boss. Anyone would be nervous. Luo Yu notices she's freaking out, so he tells her to stay back and just help his scorpion if things get rough. She starts to worry about him, but our boy just smiles and reassures her he'll be fine. Then he hits her with that classic protagonist line, I'm just gonna go delete this monster. The Boar King charges at Luo Yu, and he responds by launching a supercharged fireball right at its face. But this pig is built different. It's got skin thicker than a tang, so the attack barely scratches it. Luo Yu quickly analyzes the situation and decides to just spam fireballs until something works. He keeps up the barrage and finally manages to wound the boss while his scorpion is tanking hits like a champ. The monster goes absolutely berserk and charges at Luo Yu wildly, but he dodges it cleanly. For a second, he glances over to check on his scorpion, and that's when the Boar King makes another reckless charge. Su Jin sees it coming and screams for him to dodge, but our guy just stands there. He's not frozen in fear or anything. You can tell he's got a master plan brewing. This dude is really about to do something crazy. And our boy did, because the second this massive pig got close, Luo Yu hit it with a super-powered ice technique and froze the monster into a solid block of ice. But this beefy Boar King wasn't about to stay frozen for long. It's got strong resistance, so it shatters the ice like it's nothing, and lets out a massive roar. Su Jin immediately yells, watch out. When this monster gets enraged, it uses a deadly stomp that could crush us. Meanwhile, the boar has started attacking the scorpion, beating the hell out of it. Our MC is trying to get the boar's attention, yelling at Su Jin to heal his pet because he can't afford to lose 400 right now. Even with Su Jin healing the scorpion, it's barely doing anything against this tanky boar. Plus, the scorpion needs real time to recover, or it's going to get taken out. Looking at how bad things are, they don't have time to wait. So Luo Yu thinks, screw it. We're doing this. And goes straight for the Boar King. He pulls out his 2-star gold gear and starts spamming both his fireball and ice techniques at the same time. Su Jin is watching this unfold, thinking, wait, how is he using both at once? That's supposed to be impossible. But our boy is just built different. After a tough fight, they finally take the beast down, and this massive pig is now just lying there dead on the floor. The system pops up congratulating them for killing the Boar King, and drops some sweet loot, which Luo Yu immediately starts sorting through. Right then, a system notification pops up congratulating Su Jin for overcoming the limitations of the Calamity Mage class, Eka Calamity Vessel, meaning she just hit the Epic Tier Core class Forbidden Mage. Su Jin starts crying tears of joy, not just because she's free from the curse that haunted her, but also because her level just shot through the roof. 2 portals appear in front of them. The red one leads to the second world, and the blue one leads back to reality. Our guy immediately heads for the blue one, because he's got hospital bills to pay, and ain't nobody got time for more dungeon crawling right now. Su Jin confusedly asks where he's going, and he just replies, "To get my pay from your sister, where else?" Cut to the real world, where a hotshot lady is chilling with a city view. When her assistant walks in and says she's got a call from Luo Yu, claiming he's completed the mission, she's skeptical. And mean, it's only been half a day and people have been trying to clear it for 3 years. So, she hangs up, saying she needs to confirm with her sister before paying, basically writing him off as a scammer. But just as she's about to blow him off, her sister bursts in, all happy and excited, telling her how she completed the quest and evolved into an epic class. Her sister is freaking out, praising her for doing what no one in their entire family could. Then she asks how many guys he sent to help. Su Jin holds up one finger. Only one guy showed up. The next second, the boss lady is frantically scrolling through community forums like in a day, asking Su Jin if the guy who showed up was the hot topic everyone's been talking about. The guy named Zero. Su Jin just nods. Now she's biting her nails. The gears in her head are turning, thinking about how her little sister and this Zero guy just accomplished the impossible, and that can only mean one thing. She needs to get him. Her mind is made up. She's calling an emergency meeting right now because they have to recruit this guy before someone else snags him. Anyway, the scene switches back to Luo Yu, and guess what? He got paid. The first thing he does is wire that money straight to the hospital's account. He contacts the hospital staff asking if they need anything else from him. Luo Yu says he's worried about his little brother, and wants them to treat him as soon as possible. The hospital staff hits him with more bad news. His brother's condition got worse, which means he's gotta stay for observation for a few more months. And yes, that's gonna cost another 40, 0 to 50, 0. Hearing this, Luo Yu immediately regrets not taking Lu Yao's offer earlier. But just after he hangs up, his phone rings again. This time, it's someone inviting him to the Misty Rain Guild. The girl on the phone is Su Jinjia, the vice president, and she's making an offer of 30 lira monthly salary, plus they'll cover his insurance. Since our boy desperately needs the cash for his brother's hospital bills, he agrees to join, but on one condition. He'll show up for events and stuff, but they better not interfere with his personal freedom. Su Jinjia takes this back to the senior members, and oh boy, they are not happy. They're all pissed. Because normally when you join a guild, your top priority is supposed to be the guild. If someone wants total freedom, why join at all? To them, it makes no sense. Every member sitting there is against letting our hero in. But the CEO thinks otherwise. Why? Because Su Jin, who's actually Su Jinjia's sister, personally recommended him. So, he asks Su Jinjia what makes this guy so special. She drops the bomb. He's the one who broke their 100-year record by killing a first-world monster in less than a day. Class changers like that are rare as hell, so they need to lock him down before someone else does. But the CEO is still on the fence. Seeing his hesitation, Su Jin, who's also in the meeting, stands up and starts defending Luo Yu. Su Jinjia backs her up, saying it's only a matter of time before they can work with his conditions. With both of them pushing, the CEO has no choice. He agrees to bring our NC into the guild. Back to our hero. He's doing the math in his head, calculating his salary and bonuses. It'll be enough to cover his brother's medical expenses, so he's feeling pretty good. Then his phone rings again. It's Su Jinjia telling him to come to the office to report for duty. But Luo Yu is like, nah, I'm good working from home. Su Jinjia is so annoyed right now, but what can she do? They need him. Plus, they're all in the same city, so time won't be an issue. She reluctantly agrees to this term. After hanging up, our MC is stretching, already thinking about the next world since money's not gonna be a problem anymore. Luo Yu is ready to dive into the second world, so he walks straight through the red portal. The system welcomes him to a safe zone called Morton Town, located in a second world fortress, surrounded by the undead. This is zombie territory, mutated humans everywhere. Just like in the first world, He has to clear 2 quests here, a secret realm, and pushing back 3 waves of enemies. Then he can challenge the boss. Right now, Luo Yu is thinking he needs to grind and level up because the secret realm requires level 15. While he's planning, he hears a guy, Captain Norris, screaming at everyone to work faster before the next wave hits. Apparently, zombies attack Nor, and they don't have enough weapons to send to their people out there. So even though Norden is supposed to be a safe zone, it still gets hit by regular zombie waves. Norris spots our hero and walks over, asking if he could help them collect materials from the west of Norden. Luo Yu checks the system info and sees that out of the 10 quests available, this is the hardest one with targets ranging from level 11 to 20. But that also means the rewards will be massive. After some calculation, our MC agrees to help. Captain Norris thanks him, incredibly grateful. The old military base is on the outskirts of Norden, but now it's just swarming with zombies. Our boy enters the area with his scorpion pet, ready to wipe out this undead infestation. He tries hitting them with his fireball technique first, but not much happens. Turns out they have fire resistance, so he switches to his ice technique. After sighting up these zombies, he orders his scorpion to grab their attention and tank the hits. Our hero is confident that the zombies will stand no chance against his armored scorpion, and while his pet is holding them off, he can take them down one by one. But it turns out he really didn't need to worry, because the scorpion is handling these undead just fine. I mean, it's getting the job done, but it's messy, and not really fun to watch. So, our boy is like, fine, I'll do it myself, and pulls out his staff, thinking if fire won't work, it's time to switch to ice. One hit later and boom, monster down. Now, get this. That monster was a level 11 fire zombie. And what does our guy get for his troubles? A couple of measly copper coins. That's it. So naturally, he says, screw this, and goes on a rampage. Cut to a few moments later, after turning every zombie in sight into an ice sculpture, our guy only has 50 fire cores to show for it. Looking at this trash drop rate, he's actually considering abandoning the quest altogether. Like, after all that work, the dude is hungry and thinking about logging out, planning to come back later tonight when he has snacks. But then he hears this massive roar that shakes everything. He's like, what the hell was that? But honestly, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out. It looks like the boss monster's respawn timer just reset. And yeah, sure enough, the next second, he spots the boss monster itself. Ow. We have a complete change of plans because there's no way our boy is missing out on boss loot. His eyes are gleaming with greed right now. The dude sees potential legendary drops, and all thoughts of food have flown right out the window. The second the zombie boss spots Luo Yu, this sucker immediately unleashes an ice attack. And guys, it actually deals damage. Now, our boy has a problem. Both he and this zombie lord have the same ice and fire powers, which means Luo Yu can't maximize his damage output. It's like a type disadvantage, but make it painful. Then this zombie hits Luo Yu's pet scorpion, and one-shots it. Now his pet is gonna take 3 hours to respawn, which is a huge problem because even with his summoner buffs active, there's no way Luo Yu can solo tank this boss for 3 hours. Nothing is going according to plan because this boss monster is just too strong. And our guy is starting to sweat. But then someone attacks the monster from behind, and Luo Yu turns around, and is like, hey girl, what are you doing here? Sujin pays him no mind. She keeps firing off her spells and tells him she'll focus on keeping the monster busy while he focuses on dealing damage and actually killing this thing. Right after, Sujin jumps in and hits the monster with a fireball while simultaneously using a ray of light technique to immobilize it. Luo Yu is just standing there amazed because she's using 3 skills at once with perfect control. Like, who does that? It seems this is the true insane power of the Forbidden Mage class. So now that Luo Yu had backup, he decides it's time to stop messing around and end this. He uses his ultimate and he and Sujin attack together, finally wiping this level 14 zombie out of existence. After they collect their loot, Luo Yu is like, hey, thanks for the backup. Wanna split the rewards? But Sujin is all humble, saying she just showed up a few minutes ago to do request, and saw him soloing this monster like a madman. She even adds that she's the one who should be thanking him, not the other way around. Our NC is confused, and reminds her, wait, didn't your sister pay me to help you? Even though they've met before, the girl decides to do a proper reintroduction. This time, she formally introduces herself like I'm Sujin. So, Luo Yu decides to introduce himself as well. After the intros, Luo Yu realizes they're in the same guild and doing the same quest. So he suggests partying up and asks what her class abilities are. Hearing this, Sujin gets super excited and starts gushing about her skills, explaining how all her crowd control abilities are about to get a forbidden upgrade, which means they'll last an extra 30 longer. Plus, she'll get a 30 cooldown reduction. Our hero is sitting there thinking, damn, this girl's abilities are gonna be crucial for future fights. But instead of staying, he just turns away and starts walking in the opposite direction. Sujin is like, oh, where are you going? And Luoyu explains that he needs to go back to Norton for a bit, but promises to meet her back here in 10 minutes. Guys, it seems like Sujin is really falling for our MC because she literally said she would marry whoever helped her break the curse. But then she immediately blushes, thinking about it like, no, that's weird. Stop it. Back in Norton, Luoyu is checking out all the gear and rewards he got earlier, trying stuff on like it's a fashion show. He equips the fire and ice boots that give him plus 10 agility. Looking cool as hell, our boy thinks he needs stronger skills to take down higher level monsters. So he refines his super fireball bullet skill up a level, he tries it out, and after seeing the damage, Luoyu is feeling confident about his abilities. Right then, he gets a message from Sujinjia inviting him to the guild, since he's done with his work in Norton. Our guy hits accept, and gets ready to head back. A bit later, they're walking together and Sujin is complimenting Luoyu on how strong he is. He returns the favor, complimenting her on how she used her crowd control skills. Sujin starts blushing, and explains that her sister actually set up all those skills for her based on her class. As they keep talking, Sujin's curiosity gets the better of her, and she asks if our hero is hiding some mythic level gear because there's no way someone could pull off such powerful attacks without some insane equipment. Luoyu casually brushes it off, saying he's just a regular mythic class changer, nothing special. But Sujin doesn't buy it, pointing out that as far as she knows, there's been no news of a mythic class changer awakening this year. Our MC just smirks and tells her she can think whatever she wants, knowing damn well a class changer can't awaken for just some basic reason. After they clear out all the fire and ice zombies, they set their next target on the poison course. So, they start heading towards the poison zombie area. Right then, they both get an urgent message from their guild. It's basically get to the guild headquarters now, or you're getting kicked from the team. Sujin is confused about why they're being summoned like this. Our guy asks who sent the message, and she explains it was Chenjun, the guild leader of the Linhai City branch. The reason this guy has such an important position is because his dad and her uncle, the CEO, are sworn brothers. So the CEO gave him the role. After some discussion, they both decide to go where they were summoned. Meanwhile, on the other side, there's absolute chaos going on. A group is fighting the zombie boss, and this monster is super strong because no one is getting the upper hand. To make things worse, it seems like two different guilds have shown up. So, some people are fighting the boss while others are fighting each other. Lu Yao is also there, going head to head with Captain Morris. That's when our hero shows up on the battlefield, and he's like, I didn't expect to see you so soon. Plus, what the hell are you doing fighting my guildmates? You'd sure. Okay, to understand this mess, we have to rewind about an hour. A huge zombie horde appeared and the group was getting wrecked trying to hold the line. They finally realized they were screwed without someone to crowd control and take down the zombie lord. So, Shinjun was like, hey, everyone just hold off these zombies until Sujin shows up. Now Sujin and our MC finally arrive on the scene. And immediately other players start trash talking. They're whispering about her, pointing out she's from the Su family and calling her the Ice Queen. Then they turn their attention to Luoyu, saying that even though he helped her break the curse, the dude looks weak as hell and doesn't seem to have any high-level abilities. Hearing all this trash talk, Sujin clarifies she's no Ice Queen and tells Luoyu to just ignore all the rumors about her. For some reason she can't understand, Sujin gets all shy and flustered saying this. Shinjun notices her acting all shy and excited, but then he spots the guy standing next to her and his whole face darkens. He immediately asks about our hero, wondering why she's spending time alone with him. Sujin tells him it's none of his business, but Shinjun is like, no, it's natural for me to worry about you. I have to make sure no one has bad intentions with you. Acting like her self-proclaimed bodyguard or something. After she reassures Shinjun that she's fine, she asks about the emergency. Shinjun explains that a zombie wave hit, and they desperately need to kill the zombie boss. Analyzing the situation, Sujin suggests they should defeat the zombie as soon as possible since it'll be a huge boost for their guild. Our guy steps up, ready to fight the monster as a guild member, and Sujin is completely shocked. But Shinjun immediately looks down on him, refusing to let him fight. Wait. Because Shinjun despises Luoyu, seeing him as just some beast tamer who wormed his way into the guild, but in his expert opinion, won't be able to handle the zombie. Hearing this, all the class changers present start whispering about Luo Yu, saying he only joined the guild for the money, and agreeing with Chen Jun's take that he's basically dead weight. While Su Jin tries to defend our MC, Luo Yu stays calm and states that as the guild leader, Chen Jun has the right to make the final call. Left with no other choice, Su Jin clings to Luo Yu's arm and declares that if that's their decision, then she'll stay with him. Chen Jun starts to panic and tries to explain himself. He was just worried because Luo Yu seemed weak. But if she insists on him joining the fight, it'll be at her own risk because they won't be able to save him if things go south. Chen Jun then starts to drag Su Jin along so she can use her crowd control abilities on the zombie lord. As she's being pulled away, Su Jin tells our hero to wait for her. Meanwhile, Luo Yu knows that even with her crowd control, it's gonna take a long time to defeat this level 15 zombie. The group gets ready to fight the monster while our MC waits on the sidelines observing their abilities. Since Liu Yao and his crew are also there, they're shocked to see Luo Yu is a member of the Misty Rain Guild. Lin Lu, who's also present, starts screaming at Luo Yu for not joining Liu Yao's guild, and instead serving another one like some kind of sellout mercenary. That's when Su Jin appears out of nowhere and attacks Lin Lu for insulting her crush. As for Liu Yao, he now desperately wants Luo Yu to join his guild. So, he offers to pay him triple what the Misty Rain Guild is paying, and even promises to make him the vice president or CEO. Hearing these offers, Su Jin is about to lose her mind. Looking at Liu Yao, Luo Yu declares he's a man of his word and says he won't betray his current guild while he's still on mission for them. He adds that no one knows what the future holds and maybe someday they'll have a chance to work together. These words deeply impress Liu Yao, who says he's always ready to welcome our MC into his guild if the opportunity arises. During their chat, one of Liu Yao's guys yells that they should focus on killing the zombie boss first or they'll lose it to the other guild. Since Luo Yu is in a good mood, he decides to let go of the idea of fighting the zombie boss himself. After he leaves, Su Jin turns to our guy, telling him how amazing he is. Our guy responds, "Don't mention it, baited." And then the desperate zombie king appears. Seeing the zombie, he's like, "Alright, bad. Let's go." He jumps straight into the fight, and immediately uses his supercharged fireball attack. And all those people who thought Luo Yu was trash are now standing there with their jaws on the floor like a bunch of idiots. While he's showing off, he tells Su Jin to stick to the plan they discussed. Now, our guide is ready for round 2. And his eyes start glowing red as he charges up his new skill, the supercharged fire bullet. The desperate zombie king gets hit by this nuke of an attack and is immediately wiped out of existence. All the class changers watching are standing there frozen like anicaps. They're also remembering how Liu Yao showed insane respect for Luo Yu earlier, and now they're wondering who this guy really is. Meanwhile, Su Jin is thanking our MC again for making the Supreme Guild back off, because if he hadn't, those jerks would have stolen their zombie boss. Luo Yu just waves it off saying it's just part of being a guild member. The humble act. Everyone is now hyped up, calling him their role model and saying they want to be just like him. Cut to them walking back to Norden, and Su Jin has her arm wrapped around Luo Yu's, talking all sweet and flirty with him. As they enter the town, Chen Jun sees them together, and he's seething with jealousy. You can feel the salt radiating off this man. He asks about the zombie, and one of his minions reports that Su Jin and Luo Yu actually did it, and killed that zombie king. But the fool Chen Jun doesn't believe it, so the guy has to spell it out. Luo Yu is actually super strong, and will be a great asset to the guild in the future. Being the petty, jealous dude he is, Chen Jun starts yelling at our hero, pointing a finger right in Luo Yu's face for not following his orders, saying this gives him every right to kick him out of the guild. Luo Yu calmly pushes Chen Jun's hand out of his face and tells him the facts. Not only did Chen Jun order him to stay behind, but he also told his team to kill the zombie boss, which they clearly succeeded in doing. Seeing Luo Yu talk back like that, the jerk goes berserk. But then Su Jin steps in and backs Luo Yu up, explaining that they only defeated the zombie boss thanks to him, so the guild should actually be thanking him instead of complaining. Then Su Jin starts to pull Luo Yu away because they still have quests to finish. Meanwhile, Chen Jun is standing there filled with hate and jealousy, ordering his minions to tail Luo Yu and find his weakness. What a villain. The scene continues, and Luo Yu and Su Jin have entered the poison zombie area, which smells absolutely horrible. Our MC warns Su Jin to be on her guard, because poison zombies attack in different ways, being much stronger than the ice and fire ones. She's confused why, and Luo Yu explains. Even though they don't have elemental powers, their dangerous skills are more than enough to send you to the Shadow Realm. After explaining, she gives him a reward she got from completing the guild's request. Cut to a few hours later, and they're fighting poison zombies. taking them down pretty easily since their teamwork is on point. Moving forward, Luo Yu realizes someone is following them. It's actually one of Qinjun's spies, who's reporting back that our hero is collecting zombie cores along with Lady Sujin. Plus, it seems they're getting pretty close based on all the banter and teasing between them. Hearing this, Qinjun gets even more furious, knowing full well Sujin has never talked to him like that. And honestly, can you blame her? The dude has the personality of a wet napkin. One of his guys suggests they find a way to get Luo Yu kicked out of the guild since that's the only way to separate them. Meanwhile, the system sends a warning to all the Transformers to get ready, because a level 13 zombie horde is about to attack them. Qinjun gets a sinister smile on his face, ready to pull some shady moves to get Luo Yu kicked out. The rule of the second world is that when the zombie horde shows up, all the protections are turned off for the Transformers. His plan is to take down our MC when the time is right. The scene cuts back to Luo Yu, and both he and his future wife are farming zombies like it's a full-time job, and they're only a few kills away from completing the quest. But apparently, nothing can be easy because a giant zombie horde is about to hit in 30 minutes. The clock is ticking. Our guy is focused on grinding when this poison zombie appears out of nowhere and bites him right on the shoulder. Before Sujin can use her control skills, Luo Yu turns around and shoves his sword through the zombie's mouth. But the monster did its job. Luo Yu is bleeding, the poison is spreading, and the girl is worriedly asking if he's okay, but Luo Yu just gets up, dusts himself off, and tells her to get back. Like getting poisoned is just a minor inconvenience. They complete the quest. Sujin hits level 16. Luo Yu hits level 17. She mentions he could have been level 20 if he stopped feeding that scorpion all his experience, but Luo Yu doesn't care. The scorpion needs leveling up. He checks his loot from the poison zombies. Explosion-proof latings for himself. Explosion-proof armor for the scorpion. Wait, why do zombies need explosion-proofing? Are they fighting Michael Bay's zombies? What's going on? Sujin is prepping for the horde event when she gets a message. Sujinja needs her at the office. Her big sister is waiting. She wonders if something bad has happened and tells Luo Yu she needs to go back. But then she realizes Luo Yu will have to face this entire event alone. She looks stressed, but Luo Yu tells her to go before the event starts because once it kicks off, nobody can log out until it's over. She's worried. The zombies are level 13 and there will be thousands of them. Luo Yu says, "Don't worry about me." She logs out, thinking he's probably going to die. The horde event starts. The game locks everyone in. No rage quitting. A beam of light strikes the ground and zombies start pouring out like someone opened the gates of hell. Just endless waves. The other players are panicking. Luo Yu realizes you can't kill infinite zombies. The only way to win is to push them out of the safe zone somehow. While he's thinking, he gets messages from other players screaming for help. He shows up and sees a bunch of guys on the ground. Qinjun is hiding in the corner. This is clearly a trap. One of Qinjun's guys is looking at Luo Yu's stats, thinking his defense isn't that high. They've got 12 archers hiding in the back alley. These morons think 12 archers is enough. But wait, it gets worse. Qinjun doesn't plan on just killing Luo Yu once. This psycho wants to camp the respawn point and kill him over and over. Wait, because Luo Yu talked to Sujin, and Qinjun thinks he owns her. Luo Yu is standing in the alley. All 12 archers fire at once. Should be game over, right? But the scorpion pops out like a Pokemon and blocks every single arrow with its body. A true legend. Then the system notification pops up. Luo Yu has 10 minutes to counter-attack without getting a death penalty. The game just handed him a license to kill. He looks at Qinjun and his gang, and says, "Your turn is over. Now it's my turn. And these clowns are about to learn why you don't mess with the main character." So, Luo Yu has already crushed those 12 archers before the countdown timer is even down a minute. Qinjun is standing there, jaw on the floor, completely shocked, and immediately blames the guy who proposed this genius plan. But surprise, that guy also had no idea about Luo Yu's true power level because nobody did their homework. While they're busy pointing fingers at each other, Luo Yu casually walks up and says, "You guys tried to kill me first, remember?" Then he drops the line, "Thought you could take me down that easily. Yes, that was your first mistake." Qinjun is confused, wondering how Luo Yu knew about their ambush. Our boy just smirks and explains that ever since he killed the Zombie King boss, Qinjun has had spies following him. Luo Yu noticed right away but decided to play dumb and act weak just to see how far these clowns would go. Qinjun finally realizes he's been played. Luo Yu baited them into letting their guard down by pretending to be a noob. Luo Yu even admits he had no intention of fighting them. He just wanted to watch them make fools of themselves. But Chen Jun, being the typical stubborn rich kid who can't accept defeat, decides to aim his arrow at Luo Yu even when facing certain death. Before he can even fire, Luo Yu casually shatters the arrow with his ice blade. Then, one of Chen Jun's minions, an elite assassin, tries to play hero and charges RMC. Luo Yu doesn't even give him the satisfaction of a fight. He just launches a fireball and kills the guy instantly. One shot, no respawn. Chen Jun is completely broken at this point, not even asking out of curiosity anymore, but pure disbelief. Who are you? And in that moment, Luo Yu finishes him off too, saying, I'm the person you should have never messed with. Cut to the respawn area where Chen Jun's entire team is reloading. The system notification pops up. Killed by player ID 0. Everyone freezes. They can't believe it. Luo Yu isn't just some random guy. He's Zero, the summoner, the mystery player who beat the first world boss in a single day. Chen Jun responds, absolutely seething, realizing he just tried to kick the strongest player in the game. Now he's screaming about getting revenge, because apparently the first attempt went so well. Meanwhile, in the real world, things are going just as badly for Su Tingjie. She's at the Su family building where the elders have basically arranged her marriage to a walking waste of space, Chen Jun, without asking her. She immediately objects, saying she's not into him at all. But Chen Jun's dad is sitting there acting like her opinion doesn't matter. He says she'll learn to love him, and starts showing off the gifts they brought: a demon outfit, and a mythic level magic potion worth a combined 13 million. Then he sweetens the deal by saying she'll become the vice president of their company and inherit everything after marrying his son. Su Jinja politely thanks him, but firmly says no. This pisses off her uncle, who starts screaming at her like she just committed treason. That's when her sister walks in, and says loud and clear, my sister is not a business deal. Don't treat her like one. She tells Su Jinja she'll always support her in finding true happiness. Right then, Shin gets a phone call and finds out that Chen Jun was just killed by Jiao Mu. He hangs up and loses it, screaming about how his son, the guild leader, and main sponsor of the Su group, is under attack. Xiao Su tries to calm him down, but Shen isn't having it. He threatens that if anything happens to his son, there will be consequences, then storms out, and slams the door like a soap opera villain. Now, Xiao Su turns on his two nieces, because they're the ones who recommended Luo Yu to the guild. Su Jin defends Luo Yu, saying there must have been a reason if he really did kill Chen Jun. But the CEO isn't listening. He demands they drag Luo Yu back and force him to apologize to the Chen family. If he refuses, he's getting kicked out of the Misty Rain Guild. While they're arguing, Su Jin gets a call from Luo Yu. She panics, asking if he really killed Chen Jun. Instead of answering, our boy just tells her, I am resigning from the Misty Rain Guild. Su Jin is freaking out on the phone, begging Luo Yu not to resign, and saying she'll find a way to clear his name. But our guide is done with the drama. He tells her to just drop it and hangs up. He already knows Chen Jun is on a rampage and 100 planning revenge. So staying in the Misty Rain Guild. Yet, that's not happening. Now he has another problem. He needs 50 for his brother's hospital bills. His plan: farm high-level materials and sell them for cash. But to get the good stuff, he needs to get to the third world, which means surviving 2 more zombie waves, and clearing a dungeon first. Then he can fight the second world's lord boss. There are 3 dungeons he can choose from, but he's going straight for the death level dungeon, because high risk means high reward. And at his level, crushing level 20 monsters is basically a cakewalk for him. That's when some randoms show up, acting tough, calling him the famous beast tamer as an insult. Luo Yu is over it, but stays calm, asking them to get out of the way. These clowns start talking trash, calling him weak, and literally daring him to kill them. And that's when it clicks for Luo Yu. He asks straight up, how much is Chen Jun paying you? One of them actually admits it. Chen Jun is offering 5 per person plus a resurrection scroll, and another 5 for anyone who gets killed by Luo Yu. Our boy actually laughs at this. Chen Jun is literally hiring people to turn him into a criminal. Luo Yu could wipe out these level 10 nobodies without breaking a sweat. But if he does, he'll get a red name mark. And once you're red marked, you're basically stuck. No loading out, no safe zones, and no boss fights until you grind off all your sin points. It's a trap. Then Lu Yao appears out of nowhere and casually announces he's paying 50 for anyone who kills Chen Jun. Everyone freezes. One of Lu Yao's guys explains he's the eldest son of the Lu family. Literally the richest people in Linhai City. Suddenly, everyone switches sides, calling him young Master Lu and getting ready to hunt down Chen Jun. Loyalty in this game is non-existent. Lu Yao turns to Luo Yu and asks if he really got kicked out of the Misty Rain Guild because Chen Jun has been bragging about it everywhere. Luo Yu just shrugs, saying Chen Jun talks too much. Then Lu Yao makes his move, inviting Luo Yu to his guild and telling him to name his price. Luo Yu turns him down, saying he's not joining any guilds right now, and just walks away. One of Lu Yao's guys is pissed that Luo Yu didn't even say thank you after they saved him, but Lu Yao actually respects it. He gets it. Why would Luo Yu trust another guild after just getting stabbed in the back? Lu Yao even says the Misty Rain Guild is full of idiots for kicking out someone so powerful. Meanwhile, Luo Yu knows Chen Jun won't stop coming after him, so he needs to level up fast. Cut to Luo Yu standing in front of a level 15 dungeon called the Dark Undead Forest. He chose this one because most players are greedy and rush for the highest level dungeons for better loot. So this place is basically empty. Inside, he meets an NPC mage named Moore who asks if he's ready to take on the Dark Undead Nest. Luo Yu says yes, and the mage gives him an entry token and wishes him luck. This is where things get interesting. Luo Yu knows he can refine this token into a gold one, turning a regular dungeon into a hidden dungeon. The problem is, the success rate is terrible, and it costs an insane amount of energy. So most players don't even bother. But Luo Yu isn't most players. He does it anyway. Meanwhile, the minions Chen Jun sent to follow Luo Yu aren't even chasing him anymore. They're running for their lives from something. And now Chen Jun is panicking because he can't use his resurrection scroll for another 5 days. Chen Jun is completely losing it at this point. Then, boom, a notification lights up the whole sky. An anonymous player just unlocked a hidden dungeon. It's open for 2 hours, and everyone is invited. Chen Jun sees this and loses his mind in the best way because hidden dungeons drop insane loot, including free revival items. He immediately screams at his crew to gear up and move out. It's basically Christmas for him. Lu Yao sees the same thing and gets just as hyped, ordering all his Supreme Guild members to get over there. Meanwhile, Luo Yu is already deep in the dungeon, slashing through zombies like it's nothing. To clear this place, he needs to kill the dungeon's gatekeeper first. A level 15 boss with an insane stat sheet, crazy magic attacks, insane defense, devastating physical damage. The system literally warns him, hey, AB don't do this. But we all know our boy doesn't read warnings. So Luo Yu is just wrecking this boss, beating the hell out of it. When suddenly a notification pops up saying a huge wave of challengers just entered the dungeon. And Luo Yu knew this was gonna happen from the start. This dungeon doesn't need a secret scroll to get in. So obviously Chen Jun and his whole crew were going to show up. He figures Su Jin and Lu Yao are probably on their way too. But the thing is, Chen Jun is the only name on Luo Yu's hit list. He has no interest in dragging uninvolved people into this fight. Now, this is where things get juicy. As the owner of the Golden Secret Decree, Luo Yu has 3 chances to completely rewrite the rules of the dungeon, and he's about to use one right now. Meanwhile, outside the dungeon, it's absolute chaos. Different guilds are clashing, and Chen Jun is getting all chummy with Su Jin, who is clearly not feeling it. The girl is only here to find our M's, but this guy isn't getting the hint. Then, out of nowhere, the new rules pop up in front of everyone. The free resurrection scroll is gone. The new quest to clear the dungeon kill 500 zombies based on the party's total kills. Chen Jun loses his mind when he sees these rule changes, screaming about whoever dared to mess with his dungeon run. One of his minions suggests, maybe it was Luo Yu who changed things specifically to keep Chen Jun out. But Chen Jun is in total denial mode. He's like, there's no way Luo Yu was the lucky one who got the Golden Secret Decree. And even if he was, why would he waste hundreds of thousands of energy just to mess with me? But Su Jin is sitting there thinking, this feels personal. This has Luo Yu written all over it. Chen Jun is still in denial, screaming that whoever changed the rules is just scared someone else will steal the rewards before them. Then he switches to charm offensive, telling Su Jin he'll still go into the dungeon and keep her safe. She just looks at him and says, worry about yourself. Chen Jun pushes through the crowd, heading towards the dungeon entrance. When one of his guild members points out something insane, someone has already killed the gatekeeper boss. And it's Luo Yu, literally sitting on the monster's corpse like a throne. Su Jin's face lights up seeing him while Chen Jun realizes that he's the one who changed the rules. Luo Yu hops off the monster and walks straight towards them, then flat out challenges Chen Jun. You've been wanting to kill me this whole time, so come on, try it. That's when Chen Jun realizes this whole thing was a trap and he just walked right into it. Immediately, this coward starts hiding behind his guild members, trying to use Sujin's name as a shield, saying you shouldn't touch him, because he's got a big shot aristocrat backing him up. Then he has the audacity to turn to Sujin and tell her to use her confinement powers on Yu so they can jump him. But Sujin is like, this is your mess. You deal with it. Left with no other choice, Shenjin orders his members to attack Yu, but nobody moves. They're all in shock because this man just soloed the boss. Who wants to mess with that? So Shenjin pulls out his wallet and offers 5-0 to anyone who kills Yu. Suddenly, everyone's motivated. Money talks, apparently. They all charge at Yu at once and Yu just casually walks towards them and starts taking down the Misty Rain Guild members one by one like he's walking through a tutorial level. While Yu is busy handling the small fry, Shenjin sees an opening and orders his remaining members to rush for the boss. Yu's scorpion appears out of nowhere, blocking the dungeon entrance. One brave member steps up, says he's gonna kill the scorpion, swings his sword, and it shatters on impact with the scorpion's armor. Then things get even crazier. Arrows start raining down on the Misty Rain Guild members, while someone yells they'll pay 20-0 for every Misty Rain Guild member's head. No one knows who's funding this surprise attack, but it doesn't matter. A full-on war breaks out as both guilds start clashing. And Yu, our guy, is just standing there in the middle of this entire battlefield with an unbothered look on his face, watching the chaos unfold like it's dinner and a show. Liu Yao shows up, telling our hero not to stress, saying he'll handle the rival guild himself. But honestly, Yu isn't even happy to see Liu Yao and his crew show up. He looks disappointed like, dude, I came here for revenge, not a rescue mission. Shenjin is losing it, screaming at Liu Yao, asking why the Supreme Guild is attacking them when they don't even have a beef. Liu Yao doesn't give him the real reason. Instead, he tells him, I heard the guild leader of the Misty Rain Guild solves all his problems with money, so I wanted to see if you were really richer than me. Then this psycho offers Shenjin's own guild members 1 million to kill their boss. Everyone freezes. You can literally see the gears turning in their heads as they're doing the math. Shenjin is panicking, threatening them that if they betray him, both the Chen and Su families will hunt them down. Dude, it's hilarious. This moron really thinks loyalty can beat a million. That's cute. Right then, the ground starts shaking violently, and a giant monster appears. Yu analyzes it, and realizes it's gone berserk. Apparently, boss-level monsters can go berserk if their health keeps dropping. And guess what triggered it? The arrows the Supreme Guild was shooting earlier kept making the already injured demon lose levels until it lost control. Good job, you idiots. You literally created a raid boss. The system announces it's now a 3-star level 17 boss, a dark undead tyrant. Liu Yao looks at this thing and you can see the fear in his eyes. The second the undead tyrant makes its first move, another notification pops up saying that, because of this chaos, the secret realm's exit just opened, meaning everyone can leave if they want. Shenjin's eyes light up. This coward immediately attacks the enraged monster from the side Yu is standing on, trying to redirect its attention for some petty payback. A dirty move, but I respect the pettiness, and it worked. The monster locks onto Liu Yao. As Liu Yao is screaming for his life, Yu sends his pet scorpion to save him. Even though Yu knows with the monster's power, his scorpion is about to take massive damage. Meanwhile, Shenjin is casually walking towards the exit, dropping a smug line about how they'll have to wait 10-0 years if they want to kill him. Yu is tempted to chase after him, but if he leaves Liu Yao behind, the monster's going to tear him to shreds. After a split second of quick thinking, Yu jumps in front of Liu Yao and hits the demon with his ice cone skill, freezing the demon lord in place. He pulls Liu Yao out of the danger zone, and the monster shatters the ice and attacks, but they manage to dodge it. Since this thing is a level 17 boss, Yu can barely scratch it, which means there's only one option left. He has to solo this monster himself. You know, like a psycho. Yu unleashes his fire rocket attack. Liu Yao screaming for his guys to help RMs, but his entire guild is too scared to move. A bunch of cowards just standing there watching. Real helpful, guys. Really earning that guild salary. Meanwhile, the demon boss is moving so fast that it catches our hero off guard and slashes him on the shoulder. Yu is on the ground realizing this enemy is much stronger than he thought. He needs a new strategy and he needs it now. The boss is about to finish him off when Sujin appears out of nowhere, using her confinement skills on the monster. She tells him she'll back him up while he handles the damage. And honestly, they make a pretty solid team. The monster is actually taking noticeable damage. And everyone watching is losing their minds seeing these two take on a 3-star boss. Liu Yao recognizes Sujin immediately. She's the heir to the Su family, a confinement mage. But even with her help, Lu Yao knows deep down that Luo Yu is the only one capable of actually killing this thing. He's sitting there thinking, if he had teamed up with our Ms, they would have killed this boss a million times over. Now he's even more desperate to recruit, not just Luo Yu, but also Su Jin for his supreme guild. His guild members are like, dude, let it go. They're on a whole different level than us. Back to the fight. Luo Yu and Su Jin are beating the hell out of this demon. After an intense session, the boss's health is finally low enough for a finishing blow. Then, out of nowhere, Luo Yu declares he's the anonymous player. Su Jin looks disappointed for a second, but after thinking it over, she channels all that energy into a brutal, fiery light attack, wiping out the boss in one shot. Everyone present gets a level up notification, and the system congratulates Su Jin for clearing the secret realm. She even gets a level 15 secret realm scroll as a reward. The Supreme Guild members start celebrating like crazy while Lu Yao tries to hug our hero for saving his life. Luo Yu immediately pushes him off, blaming him as the reason Chen Jun got away safely. He even says Lu Yao is going to cause problems for him in the future. Lu Yao tries to make amends by offering him $1 million, which only pisses Luo Yu off more. He's like, do you have anything to offer besides money? With all the confidence in the world, Lu Yao says he has a vision to build the strongest guild with the strongest users, which is why he keeps begging our hero to join. Plus, his dad owns a huge pharmaceutical company, so he can supply Luo Yu with unlimited potions for life. Luo Yu just tells him to get lost. As our guy turns away, but despite being clearly hurt, keeps rambling about how they have connections with the best blacksmith family in the Dragon Kingdom, the Xiao family, and the Mage family. The second Lu Yao mentions the Xiao family, Luo Yu sobs. Suddenly interested, Lu Yao explains that his dad and the head of the Xiao family are old friends, which means they can get any equipment they want. Luo Yu is doing the math in his head. Blacksmith items are way better than the trashy store-bought stuff he's been using. Udiel, acting like a loyal puppy at this point, says even if Luo Yu doesn't want to join the guild, they'll still help him get equipment whenever he needs it. The deal is sealed. Our hero and Su Jin start walking towards the exit, while Lu Yao and his members wave them off like sad little puppies. Back in the safe zone, some randoms are gossiping about Su Jin and how strong she is as an epic class member. Shinjun, sitting nearby, starts bragging, saying she's part of their guild. Then one of his minions reports that Su Jin killed the demon boss, which means Luo Yu survived too. Shinjun's blood pressure skyrockets. He's more desperate than ever to kill Luo Yu. His guy points out that's gonna be tough since Luo Yu is much stronger now and has the Supreme Guild backing him. But then you see the light bulb go off in Shinjun's head. He stands up saying he can just find someone else to do his dirty work. Apparently, he knows some level 30 veterans stuck in the third world who could definitely take care of Luo Yu. Now all they have to do is wait for Luo Yu to enter the third world. Cut to Luo Yu and Su Jin walking together. She's worried he might see her as an enemy, says Shinjun is trying to kill him. Luo Yu turns around and tells her straight up, Shinjun is my only enemy. But if the Misty Rain Guild helps that jur, I won't hesitate to fight them too. Su Jin assures him they won't get involved, and besides, she hates Shinjun too. Then she offers all the equipment she got from the boss to our hero since she only delivered the final blow. Luo Yu takes it, knowing it'll boost his health and skills. Right then, another notification pops up in the sky about a level 15 zombie wave at Norton University. They're both hidden. This is the final quest before entering the third world. Su Jin looks worried and suggests they should prepare before joining this battle. Right then, Lin Lu runs onto the scene, pushing past Su Jin straight to Luo Yu, begging for his forgiveness, and saying she realizes she was wrong. But now she wants to apologize after everything. This is gonna be good. Luo Yu is just standing there, trying to figure out what kind of play Lin Lu is running. And guys, this girl is putting on an Oscar-worthy performance, tears, shaky voice, the whole 9 yards, telling Luo Yu how Lu Yao dumped her. Meanwhile, Su Jin is over here with jealousy written all over her face, flat out saying, why are you trying to get back into his life after you kicked him to the curb like a sack of rotten potatoes? Lin Lu completely ignores her and goes into full manipulation mode. She looks at Luo Yu with fake puppy dog eyes and says, okay, I looked down on you before, but come on. What woman doesn't want her man to be rich? And now that you've made it to the top, we can totally pick up where we left off. A subtle smile appears on Luo Yu's face. Su Jin sees that smile, and her eye is probably twitching, because she does not like where this is going. That's when the mood is ruined by the roar of zombies in the distance. The horde is coming, and it looks like they brought the whole family. Lin Lu immediately starts screaming that they need to fight now, but Luo Yu just tells her to shut up. Su Jin is ready. Battle stance on, prepared to face whatever undead nightmare is headed their way. Luo Yu glances at Lin Lu out of the corner of his eye with a stone-cold look and tells her to get lost. He doesn't want her anywhere near his life anymore. Lin Lu's jaw just about hits the floor. She's like, "What happened to you? The old Jiang Yu would never talk to me like this." Yes, girl. The old Jiang Yu also probably had terrible taste in women. But here we are. Meanwhile, Su Jin is already out there slashing zombies, but there are way too many of these rotten bastards for her to handle alone. She calls for backup, and Luo Yu sends his pet scorpion to shield her. While he's also fighting off the horde, he suddenly hears Lin Lu screaming as the undead are closing in on her. Instinctively, Su Jin is about to go save her because she's actually a good person. But our guy stops her. He says this is Lin Lu's karma, and they're not getting involved. Or maybe, but totally deserve. The zombies start tearing Lin Lu apart, and they notice she's not using any resurrection scrolls, probably because she doesn't have any. Within seconds, the zombies have completely swallowed her. Luo Yu suggests they continue with their mission. Though deep down, he's got all of Jiang Yu's memories floating around in his head. So there's probably some mixed feelings going on. The zombie wave hits Norton City, which means both Luo Yu and Su Jin need to find somewhere to hide and wait this nightmare out. Right now, our guide is thinking about the secret passage. His final quest before things get really intense. He tells Su Jin to recover her strength and get ready. She's worried about him, because unlike Lin Lu, Su Jin actually cares about people. Our MC opens a portal, saying he's got other business to take care of first. Su Jin wants to go with him, but he doesn't give her a choice, and just vanishes. After some wandering, our guy finds himself standing in front of another secret realm, and this one has the very cheerful name, Undead Hospital. Time to clear out this lovely establishment. The second he's in, he summons his armored scorpion, and they start doing what they do best, turning the undead into the more dead. Fast forward through what was probably hours of grinding, and our guy has successfully cleared the second world's quest with his trusty scorpion buddy, hitting level 19. Not bad for a day's work. Now, the only thing standing between him and total domination is fighting the demon boss to completely clear the second world. He pumps a massive amount of energy points into his scorpion like he's trying to create the ultimate killing machine, leveling it up to legendary tier. This thing is probably terrifying. Now he's also found a bunch of useful equipment scattered across this realm, which is always good. Free loot is free loot. Now it's time to head back and face the final zombie horde. He gets a message from Su Jin asking if he wants to fight the boss, since the zombie waves are finally over. Lu Yao also sends a message saying the boss is a 3-star level 20 monster. Luo Yu knows Su Jin would be super helpful in this fight. The girl has proven she can hold her own, but he can't just ditch Lu Yao after the guy helped him earlier. So Luo Yu texts them both to meet at the Undead Emperor's door in 15 minutes. They both agree, and now we're about to have a team boss battle. Meanwhile, outside Norton City, everyone is meeting up as planned, but Lu Yao brought his entire guild with him. And Su Jin looks at all these people and asks Lu Yao if he's planning a hostile takeover. Lu Yao just laughs it off, saying that even though their boss, and yes, he's talking about Luo Yu, could probably solo this monster, they should still be prepared just in case things go sideways. Our hero doesn't have much of a choice but to agree. Right then, a notification pops up asking if everyone is ready to challenge the final boss. The second our MC clicks agree, a portal opens up right in front of them with all the drama you'd expect. Luo Yu and Su Jin walk through first like the main characters they are, and Lu Yao orders his men to follow. They all step through the portal, and are immediately face to face with the final boss, a 3-star level 20 undead emperor. And let me tell you, this thing is massive. It makes the first world boss look like a chief Yahello. Everyone is standing there terrified, literally questioning their life choices, and wondering if they're gonna survive this encounter. Some of them are probably writing their wills in their heads. Luo Yu is standing at the front because he's got that main character energy. He tells everyone to keep their distance from this monster. Then he summons his pet scorpion, and you can practically hear the boss battle music starting. Between grinding through that first secret realm and collecting all the experience points and pet eggs like a hoarder, the bosses and the scorpion's levels are actually pretty close. Our guy came prepared. Suddenly, the zombie boss challenges them with a sharp remark about giving them a taste of death. Bro, you're literally rotting. Maybe worry about your own breath before talking trash. The battle officially starts, and it's chaos from the get-go. The armored scorpion charges the boss while our guy unleashes a super-powered fire spell. Thanks to all the new gear and recent upgrades. Fighting this boss isn't a complete suicide mission like it would have been a few days ago. The demon boss slams its giant hands on the ground with enough force to split it in two, and tentacles shoot out because of course they do. Why have a normal boss fight when you can add nightmare fuel? Everyone is running for their lives, screaming and dodging, while the scorpion and the boss are going at it like they're settling in ancient B. Pretty soon, the armored scorpion is critically injured and looking pretty raw. Lu Yao and some guild members rush in to heal it. And surprisingly, they actually manage. Turns out bringing the whole guild wasn't the worst idea. As the monster is about to hit our MC with what is probably a finishing blow, the pet scorpion jumps in to take the hit like the loyal companion it is. Someone give this scorpion a medal. Sujin immediately hits the boss with her control powers, trying to lock it down. But this just makes the monster even more pissed than before. She's screaming for our hero to do something, because she can't hold this angry undead emperor for much longer, and her arm is probably shaking from the strain. The demon boss has the audacity to call them dirty and disgusting. Rich coming from a literally rotting corpse. Luoyu loses focus for a second, probably having an inner monologue moment before snapping back to reality, and calling the boss a weakling. Them's fighting words. Then he goes absolutely ham with everything he's got. All his spells, all his power, his entire arsenal. The boss loses half its health bar in one attack, and everyone is just standing there with their jaws on the floor. Now our guide is charging up for the final blow. He unleashes his final attack with maximum prejudice. And the boss dies, instantly, crashing to the ground with a satisfying thud that was probably registered on the Richter scale. Su Jin and Lu Yao are praising Luoyu, asking him how he just did that. Did his damage get boosted, while a notification pops up announcing that the boss emperor is being punished by heaven and earth? But no, of course, it wasn't gonna end that easily because suddenly, the boss emperor's corpse reanimates, screaming at our hero and all of humanity that he's taking everyone to hell with him. Lu Yao immediately clings to Luoyu's leg like a scared cat, begging him to do something. Because unlike our MC, he can't spam resurrection scrolls, and will actually die here. The whole damn place starts to fall apart with lava spewing everywhere and rising towards the edges. To make things worse, the portal to the next world is on the other side of the room. And the only way to get to it is by jumping over a literal river of lava. Luoyu thinks for a second, then without warning, grabs Lu Yao by the collar and scoops Sujin up by the waist, which totally catches her off guard, and makes things super awkward. Before either of them can process what's happening, he throws them both straight onto his pet scorpion, and orders it to launch them towards the portal. Lu Yao and Sujin are completely losing it midair, screaming and wondering why Luoyu is turning them into human projectiles. But the plan actually works. The scorpion launches them perfectly through the exit, and they land on the other side of the portal. Meanwhile, Sujin is panicking, because Luoyu is still on the other side and the portal is rapidly closing. Back with our guy, he and his scorpion are prepping for their own escape attempt. The scorpion launches him towards the exit, and mid-air, he desummons it, but the portal is barely hanging on at this point. Just as he's about to make his, a giant stream of lava erupts right in front of him, completely killing his momentum. He desperately tries to stop himself with his weapon. While on the other side, Su Jin and Lu Yao are watching with their hearts in their throats, praying he makes it through. The portal is literally just a sliver, and right as it closes, Luoyu, our MC, launches himself through in one final desperate leap. He comes crashing through to the other side, and both Su Jin and Lu Yao practically tackle him, frantically asking if he's okay. He brushes them off, saying he's fine, except for a few burns from the blast. Then the system pops up, congratulating users 0, Saginja, and Supreme Starburst for clearing the second world. Lu Yao is so hyped that he flat out promises to give Luoyu 1 million as a thank you for carrying him through that nightmare. Our guy is heading home to finally get some rest. When Su Jin calls from behind, she warns him that Shen Jun has left the Misty Rain Guild, which means that bastard is definitely plotting new ways to kill Luoyu. As our MC walks away, Lu Yao immediately starts flirting with Su Jingjia, proposing a partnership so they can help each other out in this world. She politely turns him down, but Lu Yao takes it like a champ, saying they can always work together if they run into each other again. Su Jin finds the whole situation hilarious. Not too long ago, she wanted to kick this jerk in the nuts every time he showed up. Now she's actually sitting there thinking of him as a friend. Cut to the third world, and Lu Yao and his guild members are climbing out of these grave pits that are apparently the safe zone's spawn point. Lu Yao is pumping up his crew, saying they should keep grinding levels to be the first guild to enter Chening province. But out of nowhere, this jerk steps on Lu Yao's hand. Lu Yao yells in pain and asks if this moron is blind, but the moron doesn't care. He just looks at him and asks if Lu Yao is the president of the Supreme Guild, and orders him to bring Lu Yu to him. Lu Yao gets up, shoves a finger right in the guy's chest, and tells him he's not special enough to be giving him orders. Right then, one of his guild members nervously suggests they should call our hero because these guys look like high-level old-class users. But true to his loyalty, Lu Yao refuses to drag Lu Yu into this. That's when the man pulls out his weapon and threatens to kill Lu Yao right here unless he brings Lu Yu to them. The man straight up stabs Lu Yao right in the chest, but nothing happens. Everyone just freezes, staring like, what in the cheat code was that? Now, these thugs are genuinely confused about how Lu Yao and his newbie guild even cleared the second world when none of them are even level 20 yet. The real reason Lu Yao tanked that hit like nothing is because of the game's protection system. If someone attacks you with a level difference of at least 10, you're basically invincible to them. One of Lu Yao's guys says they should make a run for it. But looking around at all these high-level mercenaries, escape is impossible. Since the thugs can't kill them outright, they resort to the old-fashioned method, just simply beating the hell out of them. And since these jerks are level 25 transformers, the protection system doesn't apply. So Lu Yao and his boys are getting wrecked. After the beatdown slows, Lu Yao is sitting on the ground looking like he just went 10 rounds with a truck. While one of his members explains, these guys are a notorious mercenary group that preys on other players and steals their loot. The thug boss leans down and asks Lu Yao again to call our MC, threatening to kill him if he doesn't comply. Back in the real world, and Lu Yu is chilling in a hospital bed, talking to the staff about his brother's treatment. They assure him they got the payment, and promise to take good care of his brother. Our guy thanks them and hangs up just after he checks his phone and sees a message from Lu Yao. The dude actually sent him a huge chunk of money to help out. Lu Yu is relieved, thinking his hospital bill problems are finally solved, and he can stop stressing. But then his phone rings again. This time it's one of the Supreme Guild members literally screaming and begging our hero to save their president, Lu Yao. Back in the other world, Lu Yao and his crew are sitting on the ground with their heads down, completely surrounded by the thugs Shenzhen hired, who are just waiting for our MC to show up. One of them reports to the boss that someone is approaching, and of course, it's none other than Lu Yu, walking up like he owns the place and ordering them to let Lu Yao and his men go. The boss looks at him with a smug grin and says he was paid a hefty sum to kill Lu Yu, so someone's dying today. No negotiations. Hearing this, Lu Yao immediately starts making counter-offers, promising each of them 100 million if they let everyone go. One of the thugs actually starts considering it, but the boss Lu Yao quickly shuts it down, screaming at him that he has to choose between his life or the money. He explains that You will probably kill all of them if they fail this mission. So they're screwed either way. These fools continue to underestimate Lu Yu, thinking he's just some weak beast tamer who got lucky. One of the mercenaries decides to test that theory and charges straight at Lu Yu. Big mistake. Our hero casually freezes him solid with an ice skill like he's playing a tutorial level. Seeing his friend turned into a popsicle, another jerk charges in, but Lu Yu switches to roasting him with a fire skill, killing him instantly. The boss is standing there completely stunned, unable to process how a low-level player just easily wiped out level 25 fighters. Realizing his men are useless, he decides to handle it himself and attacks our hero from behind, actually landing a hit and wounding Lu Yu. Seeing blood, the boss gets hyped and immediately charges in again, determined to go for the kill. By this point, Lu Yu has realized this guy is a level 30 assassin, which explains why he's so fast compared to the small fry. So our guy immediately summons his armored scorpion. But this assassin is moving like he's got speed hacks installed. The scorpion is still materializing, and this guide is already in front of Lu Yu, ready to send him to the Shadow Realm. Our MC realizes he's about to get deleted, and just braces himself, thinking, well, this is how I go. But then Sujin appears in the nick of time, hitting the assassin with her confining light skill, and freezing this fool in place. While Lu Yu preps for a counter, the guy doesn't waste a second and launches a fireball right at this man's face, landing a clean hit. The assassin is standing there completely stunned that a level 20 beast tamer just dealt real damage to him. And mind you, guys, he's a level 30 assassin in full gold armor. After they finish him off, Lu Yu thanks Sujin for always showing up at the perfect time whenever he's about to get sent back to the main menu. She plays it cool, dropping a poetic line about how they're connected by fate. But let's be real, she's just been obsessively watching his online status like an obsessed gamer girlfriend. Lu Yao and his entire guild start apologizing like crazy for dragging Lu Yu into their mess since this whole situation started over their beef. Our MC tells them to chill, explaining that these assassins were targeting him anyway, so they're good. Then Sujin chimes in, saying she's pretty sure Chenjun is the one behind all this because that snake has been acting super suspicious lately. Now they're trying to connect the dots. So, our guy shifts gears and asks them who they're really dealing with here. Lu Yao explains these guys are part of some assassin mercenary group. Basically a small organization that's been terrorizing players for the past 10 years. Sujin adds that there are over 50 assassins in the group but not a single one of them has managed to get past level 30. Hearing this, Lu Yao is confused, asking how you can spend a whole decade in this world and still be stuck at level 30. Like, bro, what have you been doing this whole time? Playing on hard mode for fun. Lu Yu drops some game knowledge, explaining that you need a second class to break through that level 30 threshold. Without it, that's your hard cap. You're literally stuck forever. One of the Supreme Guild members has a holy crap moment and yells that these assassins have been trapped in this world for 10 years, just robbing other players for gear, which actually makes sense considering all the gold level equipment they're showing off. Unlike the others, Lu Yao doesn't buy that theory, because he literally offered them cash earlier. And if they were really just after the money, they would have taken his offer on the spot and vanished. So, our MC figures maybe someone is forcing these assassins to do this dirty work, which means they're definitely coming back for revenge. Probably even angrier this time. Lu Yao warns they need to figure something out fast because next time they might not be so lucky to survive getting jumped by an entire team of level 30 players. At this point, Lu Yu asks if Lu Yao can use his connections to get gear crafted from the Zhao family since they're apparently super close. Lu Yao asks what kind of gear he needs, and our hero says anything under level 20 is fine, but it absolutely has to have the Heart of the Demon effect. Like, that's a non-negotiable. As he walks away, Lu Yao is left scratching his head, wondering what's so special about this gear. Lu Yu just says their survival in this world literally depends on it, being all dramatic and mysterious like an anime protagonist. Back in the real world, Zhenjun is on a rampage, screaming at the assassin for getting taken down by a beast tamer. The person he's yelling at is Peachy, the leader of the mercenary group, who promises Zhenjun he'll personally go and delete this guy this time. No more screw-ups. Zhenjun tells him not to mess it up like his useless teammates did, probably threatening his paycheck or something. Meanwhile, our hero is back to grinding, practicing, while thinking about the mercenary group and knowing damn well he's not strong enough to take them head-on in a fair fight. For the third world's completion requirements, he needs to raise his Graves defense stats from 300 all the way to 200, which is a massive jump, plus complete at least one quest with a difficulty over 300. After he clears those, they can finally try to fight the boss, and hopefully get out of this death game. On top of all that fun, there's a lovely mechanic where the Grim Reaper launches attacks every night at exactly midnight for 10 minutes. And here's the really messed up part. If any player fails to get back to their grave in that time, or if their grave's defense drops to 0 during the attack, they die instantly. This means even these assassins have to retreat to their graves every night to survive. And that's literally Lu Yu's only window to fight them on a relatively fair playing field since they can't camp his respawn point 24/7. Right now, Lu Yu is just waiting for Lu Yao to hit him up, confirming that the special gear is ready. Soon enough, Lu Yao sends him a message saying it's done. And a bit later, he runs up to Lu Yu with this staff in hand. Our MC takes the staff, checks it out, and is totally impressed. The effects are exactly what he wanted, perfectly fitting into his master plan. Now that Lu Yao has delivered, he's genuinely curious about what Lu Yu is planning. He's hyped because he assumes they're about to launch a direct assault on those assassins. So Lu Yao drops some enemy intel, telling Lu Yu he heard that the assassins are camping at the entrance of the safe zone, planning to ambush and kill the Supreme Guild members the second they step out of the protected area. But no, Lu Yu shakes his head and tells Lu Yao he has completely different plans. Right then, a system notification pops up on everyone's screen, warning all players to get to their graves immediately because the Grim Reaper is about to launch its nightly attack. After reading the notification, Lu Yao immediately orders his teammates to get to their graves and get inside before the countdown starts. But just as everyone's about to move, those assassins appeared at the edge of the safe zone. Lu Yao is completely freaking out seeing them show up, but Lu Yu stays calm and tells him to relax since they're still in the safe zone, which means those guys literally can't touch them due to the game's mechanics. While these assassins are standing there taunting the Supreme Guild members, talking trash about how they're gonna die the second they step out, Lu Yu has already started putting his master plan into motion. He tells Lu Yao and the rest of the crew to head to their graves now and wait for him there. One more crucial instruction: don't leave the safe zone until he gets back. Seeing him about to leave, Lu Yao is totally confused and panicked, asking him where he's going with the countdown ticking. But Lu Yu just opens a portal without any explanation. And the next second, he's gone, leaving everyone standing there like, what the hell just happened? So, the scene cuts to Lu Yu just wandering around until he finally spots what he's looking for. The Gravekeeper, Liwa, who's literally trembling over this whole Grim Reaper situation. Lu Yu walks up like, hey, you need a hand. And Liwa's mind is blown, because a player is actually willing to help instead of running away like everyone else. So naturally, he drops a massive quest on Lu Yu, head east to the City of the Dead in the Holy Light Cemetery, and absolutely massacre the skeleton army stationed there. Apparently, these Bone Boys are the Grim Reaper's main army. And if someone wipes them all out, the Death Ruler will for sure wake up. And since that's literally what our hero has been trying to do this whole time, he accepts instantly without a second thought. The Gravekeeper wishes him luck as he leaves. Then the system window pops up with the quest details. And it's absolutely insane. Kill 300 skeleton warriors, 300 skeleton archers, 300 skeleton mages, and 300 regular skeletons. Wow, and he has 3 days to do it. Even though the game labels this as a normal quest by third world standards, compared to the undead catastrophe from the second world, this is really hard to solo. Plus, there's an extra fun catch. If you leave the Holy Light Cemetery during the quests, you're basically choosing death. Fast forward a bit, and we see Lu Yu going head to head with the Grim Reaper himself. Lu Yu takes a hit straight to the face, and a system window pops up announcing he just lost almost all of his defense, and his Grey only has 121 health left. Nail. Our MC is wearing gear made of shadows, a demon's eye, and the heart of a demon because apparently regular gear is for losers. Thanks to BizProut, he's actually resisting the damage from the Death Ruler. He's mentally patting himself on the back. Like, damn. Crafting the staff with demon heart material was a genius move because it's literally the perfect counter for fighting the Grim Reaper. Without it, your health and power mean nothing. If you're in this boss's range, you're just dying slowly no matter what. But the demon heart gives you immunity to demonic attacks. In his past life, Lu Yu found out by accident, when he was in the fourth world, that gear like this can only be crafted by a really skilled blacksmith. And you definitely can't get these op weapons in the third world unless you have connections to someone who can make them, even though he had this gear in his past life as well. Compared to this version, the old one wasn't as reliable. Meanwhile, back in the safe zone, Lu Yao is looking terrified over the Grim Reaper situation. One of his guys is panicking about needing to level up because otherwise their Grave's defense will instantly drop to 0, which means instant death. That's when Chen Jun shows up. He starts taunting Lu Yao for not leaving the safe zone like a coward. One of Jun's members suggests they should also focus on leveling up. But Chen Jun completely loses it on him, screaming that their only mission is to find our hero, and they need to focus on that. The guy tries to defend himself, saying he is doing his duty, then warns Chen Jun not to harm Shichi, or he'll regret it. Chen Jun just coldly says that depends on his obedience. If he does his job, he'll get his daughter back. So yeah, this scum is literally blackmailing people by kidnapping someone's kid. As he's walking away from Lu Yao, Chen Jun suggests he should tell them where Lu Yu is hiding. Otherwise, he'll be killed by either them or the Death Ruler. You can see the anger on Lu Yao's face, as he absolutely despises Chen Jun, who looks down on low-level players like they're trash. Right then, Su Jin runs onto the scene asking where Lu Yu is. One of the guys claims he disappeared after taking the gear from Lu Yao. But then, a thought flashes through all their heads. They're all thinking Lu Yu used them to get the gear so he could fight the demon, and now he's run off, leaving them behind to fight the assassin group and die in this Holy Light Cemetery hellhole. Unlike the others, Lu Yao doesn't doubt our MC because he actually trusts him. Right then, Lu Yao gets a message from Lu Yu asking for help. Lu Yao immediately starts bragging about it while Su Jin is getting jealous that Lu Yu contacted Lu Yao instead of her. Now she's sitting there thinking she needs to do something to make him realize she's way better than Lu Yao. Then Lu Yao reports everything to our hero. How Chen Jun entered the third world with 10 high-level assassins, and how he's blackmailing people by kidnapping the daughter of the highest-ranking person. Then he asks Lu Yu where he is. Lu Yu doesn't hesitate and flat out tells him, "I'm in the City of the Dead." A bit later, while walking through the City of the Dead, Su Jin is like, "Yes, this isn't gonna be easy. Most of these monsters are between level 25 and 28. Right then, a hand shoots out from the ground, making Su Jin scream like she's watching a horror movie. As the monster is about to attack her, someone freezes it with an ice cone technique out of nowhere. Then a hand reaches out to steady her. It's Lu Yu. While holding Su Jin by the waist, Our hero casually kills the monster, and Sujin's face is beet red because she's so embarrassed. Luo Yu just saved her again, just like he did in the first world, and she is definitely falling hard. Meanwhile, back in the safe zone, these guys are gossiping about Chen Jun and their own leader, who helped Jun clear the second world. One can't understand why their leader would do that, while another is like, bro, don't overthink it. As long as someone throws money at him, he'll literally do anything. The assassin whose daughter was kidnapped by Chen Jun is just sitting there plotting to kill Luo Yu in his head. Then he spots someone in a hooded cloak, running out of there. He tries to catch them, but fails miserably, so he just shrugs and thinks, whatever, they're dead meat here anyway. A bit later, this hooded guy approaches Lu Yao and spills all the tea about the assassins, how they're hunting a guy named Zhang Yu and planning to kill him in the cemetery. Lu Yao shakes hands with the player, telling him payment is coming, and then basically says, keep your mouth shut about this or else. The guy thanks him and disappears. Meanwhile, one of the Supreme Guild members is like, hey, Luo Yu is using us. We should rat him out to the mercenaries and get him eliminated. But Lu Yao disagrees, saying Luo Yu isn't using anyone. He actually wants them to go back to the safe zone. The member is like, bro, there's no way he can fight those high-level mercenaries alone. But Lu Yao tells the man, unlike literally everyone, this guy has complete faith in our hero. The scene switches back to the city of the dead. Su Jin is standing there thanking our MC and asks how his leveling is going. He casually mentions he only went up one level, which is pretty slow according to him. Su Jin's mouth literally drops because she's thinking, slow. Dude, I haven't seen you in a couple of days and you're already up a level. Meanwhile, our hero's brain is working overtime, trying to figure out how to survive against the Death Ruler since the cemetery's defense can only tank 3 attacks. So basically, if people don't get killed by the assassin mercenaries, they're gonna get crushed by the Grim Reaper in 2 days. After a bit of thinking, he asks Sujin for potions, saying he needs them ASAP, but promises to pay her 120 of their value. Sujin checks her inventory and gives him 6 different kinds of potions, all brewed by her sister. While handing over the goods, she realizes he's prepping for the fight against the assassins. But our hero corrects her. He needs these to power himself up beyond even the mercenaries, and it needs to last at least 3 days. Since humans have actual limits in this world, unlike some isekai protagonists we know, Sujin is worried about him overworking himself. But Luo Yu is like, Manath, I gotta do this. Seeing how determined this fool is, she offers to help. The thing is our MC doesn't want her involved, because these monsters are seriously dangerous, and he doesn't want her death on his conscience. She pulls out some new gear, and is like, look, with this, they won't be left behind. Our guy nervously laughs and finally gives in, agreeing to let her come along. Now he's scrambling to rework his entire strategy, because he really wants to keep her alive while Sujin is hyped to fight alongside her crush. This quest is gonna last 3 days, and with the way things are going, they're gonna have to grind like crazy to level up and upgrade the gear from his past life. Luo Yu also remembers a level 25 secret realm called Skeleton Island. This place is apparently perfect for power leveling. You know, that classic gaming strategy where you just kill the same enemy over and over until your stats look decent. Getting the secret realm scroll as a reward and completing the quest will be enough to level up. As for Sujin, she's more than happy to help him finish quickly. As they accept the challenge, a portal appears in front of them as always. They step through and boom, they're on Skeleton Island, where an NPC mage named Larui is just chilling like he's on vacation. Like any typical mage he asks our hero if he's here to fight monsters. When Luo Yu says yes, Larui gives him a token and wishes him luck so he doesn't get wrecked by some undead creature. The second he accepts the token, a notification pops up saying that after killing every skeleton monster, he'll get 10 chances to refine, each time costing at least 20 energy. And if he's lucky, he could get a gold quest. Sujin notices his stressed look and asks what's wrong. Our MC explains that the secret realm has a chance to be refined into a golden decree, but it takes a lot of time and is a massive resource drain. Hearing this, Sujin gets worried too, since refining costs a lot of energy, which most normal players don't even have enough of. Our guy glances at her with a smug smile and brags, I'll never run out of energy. Now, they're moving forward to complete the quest, slashing monsters one after another. After fighting what feels like a million demons, the decree still hasn't turned gold, and Sujin looks completely exhausted. I mean, can you blame her? They've been grinding for hours. At this point, after killing many more monsters, he finally refines it to a golden decree. Now he has exactly 2 hours to level up before the decree vanishes again. And guys, you know our glorious fool. This man is always ready to fight, and is more than hyped to level up. Looking at the golden decree, Luo Yu is like, hey, we did it. Because unlike others, we're extremely lucky. Su Dian, on the other hand, is thinking their success is really due to his infinite energy. Now, they're preparing to fight the Grim Reaper, who could show up literally any second. Since the golden decree only lasts 2 hours, they have to go back to the secret realm first because there are some high-level dungeons there that will for sure help them take down some enemies. But first, using the golden decree, Luo Yu upgrades Skeleton Island into a hidden secret realm. Their mission: kill 40 skeleton warriors, and the Guardian, who just so happens to be Skeleton General Hera. The portal opens up in front of them, and this physical type level 26 boss rides out on a horse with a whole skeleton army behind him. This boss immediately orders his army to wipe out anyone who steps foot in their territory. Seeing this absolute unit, our hero suggests they lure the skeleton army away because fighting these high-level monsters head-on would be suicide. A smart thought for once. As planned, Luo Yu and Su Jin start running while the skeleton army chases after them. Our MC asks her how many she can control at once, but Su Jin has no idea because she's never tried before. So our hero tells her to hide somewhere and control as many monsters as possible, which will make killing them much easier. Moving forward, he's now standing right in front of the skeleton army like he's challenging them to a dance-off or something. The second they charge our hero, he screams at Su Jin to make her move. She starts controlling them while our MC roasts them alive with fire attacks. It's like watching someone play a tower defense game, except he is the tower. Seeing his entire army getting massacred by a random human, the boss goes berserk. He decides to handle it himself, and charges at Luo Yu and Su Jin. Our guy checks out this boss's stats and immediately starts stressing because his own stats are garbage compared to it. Like, we're talking David and Goliath levels of disparity here. Meanwhile, Su Jin's energy has been dropping like crazy from controlling so many monsters at once. The girl is probably running on fumes at this point. The boss is about to skewer our hero with its spear when Su Jin finally uses her control powers on it. Talk about a clutch moment. Seeing his only chance, Luo Yu unleashes everything he's got and completely demolishes the demon with a massive attack. Su Jin praises Luo Yu while he asks her to do him one more favor. On the other hand, the boss has managed to get up, because apparently he's not dead yet. The scene cuts to Chen Jun, who's standing right in front of the secret realm portal, looking all intimidating. His guild members are asking why he's just standing there like a creep. And he explains that because the rules changed after the secret realm was activated, he's blocking outsiders from entering, because he wants to find out who activated it. Chen Jun then orders his men to kill anyone who comes out of the portal. What a welcoming committee. Right then, a notification pops up about the first person to clear the secret realm, and it's none other than Su Jinjia. Seeing her walk out of the exit, Chen Jun gets hyped and asks if she was the one who activated it. When she confirms, Chen Jun starts screaming about how he would have sealed the entrance to help her if he had known. Yeah, sure, buddy. We totally believe you would have helped out of the goodness of your heart. She shoots back, saying she didn't want anyone's help and actually wanted to keep all the rewards for herself. She did the work. She deserves the loot. As she's about to walk away, one of the assassin mercenaries stops her, dropping some knowledge. The person who activates a hidden secret realm after clearing it doesn't actually get the bonus scroll as a reward, which means she didn't enter the secret realm alone. Someone else is still in there. Seeing their suspicion, Su Jin panics. She thinks fast and cooks up a biz story about how it was actually her best friend who opened the secret realm, and she just rushed in and cleared it before her friend could. The assassin isn't really buying it, and keeps pushing, asking about this mystery friend. Su Jin says her friend is already gone. Then she gets aggressive and starts laying into Chen Jun, screaming at him for letting his minions interrogate her right in front of him. And guys, as we know, when it comes to Su Jin, this jerk thinks with his little head instead of his big one. So he immediately tells his minion to let her go. As she's walking away, Jun tries to flirt like a lovesick puppy and asks her out. She immediately shoots him down, telling him to stop following her. After she leaves, Chen Jun turns to one of his guys and asks if he's absolutely sure Luo Yu is still stuck in the safe zone and not running around in a secret realm. His guild members confirm they saw our MC trying to leave earlier, but couldn't get past the guards at the entrance. Since tonight is the last night, Jun makes it clear that Luo Yu can't get out before midnight. Wait. Because then his grave's defense will drop to 0, which means instant death. Then the scene cuts to Su Jin, who finally makes it to the forest and calls out for Luo Yu. Just in time, Our MC steps out from behind a large rock. The second she sees him, she starts rambling about how she was so scared that Chen Jun might have found him after she came out of the portal. She also asks if Luo Yu knew Chen Jun and those mercenaries would be camping outside. Luo Yu explains that since Chen Jun hired such expensive assassins, it was obvious he'd show up to see who got the rewards and probably try to steal them. Sujin finally understands why our hero asked her for a favor in the secret realm to deliver the final blow to the monster so his name wouldn't pop up in the announcement and blow his cover. Our guy apologizes for using her like that, explaining he didn't want any trouble after his identity was revealed. But Sujin is cool with it and says she was actually happy to help. Now that they finally have a chance to breathe, they start checking out their loot. The first reward is an insane magic shield that looks cool as hell. The only problem now is figuring out how to sneak back into the holy cemetery without Chen Jun noticing. Once they do that, they can officially hit level 25 and start flexing. Sujin offers to use her sister's connections to help since the enemies are level 30, which means their current power won't be enough. But our hero gently places his hand on her head like a puppy and tells her not to worry so much. Sujin's face immediately turns red, and she gets all shy and flustered. In her excitement, she pulls out a bonus scroll she got earlier and asks if they should open it. Now, a quick info dump, because the author wants us to know this stuff. The quests in the other world are divided into 3 types: normal, hidden, and bonus. Hidden quests are super rare and basically lottery material. Bonus quests have the highest uncertainty, but their rewards aren't as insane as hidden ones. Plus, they've been popping potions like addicts for the past few days, so they desperately need a chance to make some extra cash before they go broke. As they open the bonus chest, a monster appears out of nowhere. They're still trying to process what's happening when the system congratulates them for summoning a level 28 Golden Skeleton King monster and asks if they want to upgrade the completed quests since Sujin has absolutely no idea what that means. Our guy explains that choosing to upgrade means ditching their current reward, and if they fail, all their hard work goes down the drain. Luo Yu admits he probably would have chosen to upgrade if he was solo, but he doesn't want to risk getting discovered by Chen Jun after all the sneaking around they just did. But Sujin, being the risk-taker she is, insists they should take this rare chance before Chen Jun finds out and ruins everything. Our hero thinks for a second, agrees with her logic, and accepts the upgrade. A notification pops up announcing the upgrade to a hidden quest: Skeleton King Hunt. They have exactly 1 hour to complete it, or they're screwed. Looking at the rewards list, Sujin is hidden, but our hero knows this is gonna be tough because it's just the 2 of them, and this monster is a level 28 cane monster. Not exactly a fair fight. Suddenly, they hear people whispering nearby about the boss appearing in the area. Luo Yu quickly covers Sujin's mouth and hides them both behind a large rock. Meanwhile, Chen Jun is walking straight towards the monster, practically drooling over the potential rewards. When he sees it's a level 28 king demon, Chen Jun looks completely terrified, but still orders the assassin mercenaries to attack and weaken it. Of course, he's saving the final blow for himself because he wants all the credit without any of the actual work. Classic move. The mercenary leader explains the strategy to his crew like they're planning a heist, then charges straight at the demon. As per their plan, they attack one by one in coordinated strikes that look pretty cool. Meanwhile, Sujin and our guide are still chilling behind the rock, silently watching the whole battle unfold. Sujin whispers and wonders if our hero is waiting for them to drain the monster's stamina before jumping in. In response, Luo Yu drops a Chinese idiom that basically means walking straight into danger without realizing the danger is right there, which is exactly what Chen Jun and his minions are doing right now. They have no idea our MC is waiting to steal their kill like a sneaky bastard. Meanwhile, Sujin is watching these mercenaries fight this boss, and she's genuinely impressed, thinking, "Damn, these guys are pretty strong." Meanwhile, Luo Yu is over here analyzing the tactics, noticing how they work together like a well-oiled killing machine. And yeah, it's actually pretty effective. But then the mercenary leader gets a weird feeling that something's off, like his spidey sense is tingling, and he starts whispering to one of his members about it. In the background, Chen Jun is screaming at the assassins, telling them to hurry up and kill the monster. One of the assassin members sees an opening here and starts bad-mouthing Chen Jun to their leader, basically trying to get Chen overthrown. And honestly, it works perfectly. The leader gets pissed, and in his rage, he attacks this random rock. Except it's the rock, the one Luo Yu and Sujin are hiding behind. The rock explodes into a million pieces, and our 2 main characters are just standing there like, well, crap. Our guy steps up, trying to play it cool, even though he definitely didn't plan on getting exposed like this. The assassin leader immediately gets confrontational, challenging Luo Yu to a fight. because he thinks our MC is looking down on them. Then Chen Jun spots Luo Yu and completely freaks out, screaming, "What the hell are you doing here? You're supposed to be stuck in the safe zone." And to make it even better, Su Jin is there too. But she just shoots him down with, "Worry about yourself instead of me." This makes Chen Jun even more furious. This man is so mad he orders the mercenaries to uphold their end of the deal, and the leader tells his guys to rally everyone from the safe zone. The assassin leader charges at our MC with incredible speed, and Luo Yu, being the gentleman he is, pushes Su Jin out of the way and takes the hit himself, crashing to the ground. The mercenary stands over him talking big, saying he'll kill Luo Yu with his own hands. But Su Jin is not having it. She jumps in saying she'll never let anyone harm Luo Yu. And while she's distracting the mercenary, Luo Yu pulls some anime protagonist move and uses 3 spells at once on this guy, leaving the leader pretty badly injured. Meanwhile, the boss is going absolutely berserk, and the other assassins are getting wrecked, screaming for backup. The leader glances at Luo Yu and Su Jin, then charges towards the monster, while Luo Yu is thinking, "How can I finesse this situation and get the kill?" So he suggests they focus on killing the boss first. Cut to the safe zone, and Liu Yao and his crew are having a crisis meeting about how to survive. One guy suggests they should just hand Luo Yu over to the assassins, and everyone just goes silent, even Liu Yao. Then they see the mercenaries leaving the safe zone and everyone breathes a sigh of relief. But Liu Yao is still worried, thinking the assassins probably realized that our hero isn't even in the safe zone anymore. One of his team members tells him to stop worrying about Luo Yu because they need to focus on killing monsters or everyone's gonna die here. But Liu Yao is not about to ditch our MC if these mercenaries are really hunting him down. His whole team is shocked like, "Wait, are you serious?" After some thought, Liu Yao tells all the guild members to head towards the city of the dead and even offers to double their salary if they come with him. Then this legend starts walking out of the safe zone alone to help Luo Yu. The others are whispering behind his back, but then they remember the money and start following him anyway, because no one is turning down that cash. Back to the monster fight. The leader charges the boss, while screaming that his team's only job is to weaken it because he's the one who's gonna get the kill. So they hit the monster with some light spells, but suddenly the boss just swats this guy with its giant hand like a fly, slamming him into the ground with full force. Now, all 3 parties are just looking at each other in a Mexican standoff. Chen Jun looks scared to death, and then the monster makes its move, attacking them first. Luo Yu and Su Jin team up, ready to take the beast down together. But right at this moment, the assassin leader runs up to our hero from behind, because there's no way he's letting our MC steal the boss kill that easily. The jerk is about to backstab Luo Yu when someone appears out of nowhere shooting fireballs everywhere, making him completely miss. It's the Supreme Guild members that Liu Yao sent to protect Luo Yu. Our MC has a whole backup squad now. The assassin leader immediately sees this and screams at his team to counterattack. So now it's a full-on guild war breaking out while Luo Yu is still focused on the boss. The mercenary leader watches Luo Yu and thinks, "How is someone so young so strong?" But there's no way he's letting a kid steal the boss kill. So he charges our hero again. Except Su Jin pulls the same move as before, using her control powers on him. Now the leader is so tired of her interference. And even though he knows Chen Jun would never let him kill her, he's had enough. He breaks free from the spell and shoves his sword right through Su Jin's chest. Luo Yu sees this happen, and his first thought is literally, "Damn, there goes my pay for helping her clear this world." Meanwhile, Su Jin is on the floor telling him good luck before she gets sent back to the real world because of the game's death rules. Now Luo Yu is pissed and decides it's time to end this. He goes full anime mode, unleashing 3 spells at once, and just spamming attacks for maximum damage. After completely demolishing this monster, he finally kills the boss, and the system pops up congratulating him for completing the quest. Liu Yao and his crew are still chilling in the distance when they see smoke rising from where Luo Yu is, and they're like, "Eat, that's definitely Luo Yu. He killed it." Our MC just got a defense skill from the secret realm, which was the key to defeating the boss. He's thinking about leveling up when suddenly the system asks if he wants to absorb the Golden Skeleton King as his pet. Our guy is hyped and immediately accepts because who wouldn't want a Skeleton King pet? Back to the jerk Chen Jun. He's still blackmailing the assassin leader, threatening his daughter, and demanding he bring back whatever loot the boss dropped or else. The leader tries to catch our MC but fails miserably. Chen Jun threatens him again, and this time the leader has lost it. Instead of going after Luo Yu, he straight up charges at Chen Jun and delivers a devastating kick to his chest, sending him to the ground. With his sword at Chen Jun's throat, He threatens to kill him if he ever thinks about touching his daughter. Shinjun tries to play it cool and changes the subject, warning that if they don't kill Luo Yu now, his level and power will just keep skyrocketing. The leader walks away from Shinjun, confident he's strong enough to kill our hero whenever he wants. Meanwhile, Lu Yao and his guild are panicking because Luo Yu left them behind in enemy territory. The assassin leader spots them and is about to order his team to kill them all, but Shinjun stops him because he has a genius plan. He knows Luo Yu will definitely come back to save Lu Yao, so they can use them as bait. Back with our M's. He's hit level 25 and is ready to keep that boss as his pet. Then he gets a message from the general of the Misty Rain Guild, who's trying to guilt trip him, saying Sujin died because of him and the Supreme Guild members are trapped because they tried to save him, but he just ran away like a coward. Our guy also gets a message from Sujin telling him to wait for her so they can team up and take down the assassins together. But Luo Yu doesn't even hesitate. He rejects that idea instantly because he's planning on soloing the leader to get revenge for her death. The scene cuts and we see Lu Yao all beaten up, his face is completely swollen and bruised, and he's quietly praying for Luo Yu to show up and save them. And just in time, our guy walks onto the scene like the main character he is. Shinjun sees him and lets out an evil laugh. They came. This idiot actually showed up. Lu Yao immediately begs Luo Yu for help, his voice desperate. Our MC walks straight towards Shinjun and the assassin leader without any fear, basically saying, "You wanted to kill me so bad. Come and try it." The leader suggests they should let Luo Yu get closer before attacking. But the arrogant Shinjun is like, "Nah, we don't need a strategy to kill a low-level beast hammer." Then he orders one of his minions to do something, which is to kick Lu Yao, who gets dragged over and dropped in front of our hero. Seeing him all beaten up, Luo Yu tells Lu Yao to just go, because he can handle this himself. But Lu Yao, with his face looking like a punching bag, is trying to warn him that these mercenaries are actually super strong, and he should run. Our guy refuses to back down. So Lu Yao promises if he retreats now, he'll for sure send reinforcements. Standing in front of the assassin leader and his crew, Luo Yu just smiles and challenges them to a fight. They immediately charge at him, ready to end his career. But then our guy pulls the ultimate power move and summons his Dark Skeleton King, the pet he got from the boss. Both Shinjun and the leader's faces go pale. Seeing this monster, they're like, what the hell? Back to a few moments before Luo Yu got his new pet. This dude immediately realized his little scorpion wasn't cutting it anymore and pulled the most savage move. He fed his new skeleton pet. The monster straight up ate the scorpion and evolved into this rare Dark Skeleton King, unlocking a bunch of new skills in the process. Luo Yu even got himself a summoner's outfit. After refining it, he got some demon slaying items. He also equipped defense boots to boost his defense. And with the cumulative warrior attributes, his attack got a boost too. After all this grinding and prep, our hero finally felt ready to fight. Back to the present, the Dark Skeleton King unleashes an attack on the mercenaries and wipes out a bunch of them in a single hit. Everyone is just standing there like, what the hell? Shinjun assesses the situation and starts screaming at the leader to handle it himself if he wants his daughter to live. The leader is gearing up to fight our M's, but he's also secretly plotting to kill Shinjun after this is over. So he decides to attack Luo Yu, thinking as long as he takes him out, his pet will be useless. So he charges at Luo Yu at full speed. But Luo Yu blocks the hit with his staff like it's nothing. Our guy smiles, looks at this fool, and asks him, "Did you really think I didn't have any defense?" And hits the leader from behind in a surprise attack. As the monster hits him from behind, our guy joins in and blasts him with a spell, sending this man flying across the ground like a ragdoll. The mercenary leader is lying there in complete disbelief, probably thinking, how did I just get wrecked so badly? The other mercenaries are trying to fight the Dark Skeleton King, but are getting cooked. The assassin leader realizes what's happening and screams at his team to focus on killing Luo Yu first, since he's the one controlling this monster. He breaks down the strategy two agile mercenaries need to distract the skeleton, while everyone else jumps arms. They charge at Luo Yu, and one of them is about to land a hit. When suddenly, the Supreme Guild members that Lu Yao sent finally arrive on the scene. Their leader steps up and introduces himself as Li Xiaoyao, the vice president of the Supreme Guild. Basically the cavalry's here, bitches. Our guy thanks him, but also tells them they can leave anytime if things get too dangerous, because he doesn't want them getting killed. But we're good, and orders his men to move in. They start massacring the mercenaries one by one, turning this into a slaughter. The assassin leader watches in disbelief, while our hero is hyped to see the reinforcements. But the leader refuses to give up and is about to attack, when suddenly he gets a message from one of his members. The message says that Sujin has successfully rescued his daughter, Chi-Chi, and she's safe. Reading this, the man literally tears up with joy and immediately orders all his men to stop fighting. Shinjin keeps screaming at him, still threatening the leader about his daughter, because this fool doesn't know she's already been saved. The assassin leader has had enough of this jerk. He grabs Chenjun and starts brutally choking him, announcing that he's got his daughter back. And now Chenjun is about to meet the Grim Reaper. Chenjun starts begging for his life like a coward, but the leader doesn't hesitate. He shoves his sword right through Chenjun's chest, finishing him right then and there. Luo Yu asks the assassin leader if he's worried about killing Chenjun since the guy was so dangerous. But the mercenary leader just says his family comes first. Then he gets on his knees and apologizes to Luo Yu, asking him to thank Sujin for him. He even promises to try and make up for all the lives he's taken. But then Xiaoyao steps up and drops the bomb. 235 of their guild members were killed by these mercenaries, and now they want revenge. All the assassins are scared, but their leader orders them not to move. Meanwhile, Luo Yu is standing there ready to finish the leader off because he has a strong urge for revenge for Sujin. As the boss is dying, he's thinking that this damage isn't normal. He's sure Luo Yu isn't a normal person. Like, what the hell, dude? Think about your daughter or something. Really? You're about to die, and this is your final thought. So, now the mercenaries are standing there completely ready to fight Luo Yu because he just deleted their boss. Like, you can see the murder in their eyes. They're cracking their knuckles, loading their weapons, but then everyone's phones buzz at the same time, and they all check the message, and it's from their supposedly dead leader, saying, "Hey, thanks to Luo Yu and his friend, I got Chi-Chi back. If any of you touch a single hair on them, you're out of the guild. Don't try me." These mercenaries are going through it, man. You can see the denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance flash across their faces in about 5 seconds. Meanwhile, our boy Luo Yu is just standing there watching their expressions change, completely clueless about what's going on. He's probably thinking they're all having a synchronized stroke or something. Then the vice president of the Supreme Guild starts losing it because the mercenaries are walking towards them. But Luo Yu is like, dude, chill. Take a deep breath. We're good. And boy, are they good because every single mercenary just drops to their knees like they're proposing. They start talking about how they want to compensate for all the Supreme Guild members they killed and don't want their boss to take the fall alone. Now Luo Yu sees his opening and starts a speech about unity, fighting a common enemy, protecting families, and defending the Dragon Nation. He's standing there looking all dramatic. Then he tells them they have to pay double the economic damages to the Supreme Guild and help them clear the Third World. The mercenaries don't even hesitate. They're like, say no more, damn. Because honestly, they got off easy. They killed a bunch of people and all they have to do is throw some money around and run a dungeon. The scene cuts and our guy is walking out of a portal, and Xiaoyao is watching him leave, finally understanding why Lu Yao is such a huge fan of this guy. As our hero enters the safe zone, other players are completely geeking out over his dark skeleton pet. They're probably thinking, how did this guy get something so rare? Meanwhile, Luo Yu is checking out the pet stats, which are pretty strong, except for the skill section. Then he remembers he got 2 skill books as a reward and thinks, now's a good time to use them. While he's still in his menu, messing with his bed, Sujin runs up screaming his name. Her first question isn't, hey, are you okay? Or glad you're alive? Oh, it's, did you kill Chenjun? Luo Yu explains that while he definitely tried to turn Chenjun into a respawn screen, it was actually Peachy, the assassin leader, who delivered the final blow. Sujin looks relieved, which makes Luo Yu curious about why she cares so much. She explains that Chenjun was the only son of Chen Yai, who loved his kid, so naturally he's gonna go full Liamese and I will find you mode on whoever killed him. Luo Yu is standing there thinking about how Sujin is the real MV. First, she sacrificed herself back there, and now she's running over here to warn him about potential revenge plots. At first, Sujin has this hopeful look in her eye, thinking maybe he's finally realizing she has feelings for him. Like, you can see the shoujo manga sparkles forming around her head, but then our dense protagonist calls her a loyal partner, and you can literally watch her soul leave her body. With disappointment in her eyes, she's probably thinking, partner, I literally died for you. She switches gears and asks how he's gonna compensate her since she lost a resurrection and a level just for him. Luo Yu promises to help her clear the other world, but says they should do it tomorrow, because today they need to go back to the real world and actually rest like normal people. But to the real world, and our guy is back in his apartment, relieved and ready for bed. But of course, since peace is illegal in protagonist land, he gets a call from an unknown number. When he answers, the voice thanks him. It's Peachy. Turns out he got Luo Yu's number from Sujin, because he wanted to officially thank him for everything. Looking at his daughter sleeping peacefully, Peachy explains he'd do anything for her, which is why he did what he did. The guy also promises to quit all the shady business and go legit by actually clearing the other worlds properly. Our guy praises him for making the right choice. The next day, Luo Yu wakes up to a knock on his door. He opens it to a delivery guy with a package asking him to sign for it. No, our hero didn't order anything, so he's immediately suspicious. But when he opens the envelope, he finds an invitation to a professional tournament, and his jaw literally drops. Holding this fancy invitation, he's wondering if someone recognized him or if the sender is maybe another reincarnated person like him. Someone else who got sent back in time and knows who he really is. As he's pondering this, his phone buzzes with a notification. He checks it, and it's a message from someone telling him to check the news ASAP. He pulls it up and holy crap, apparently some psycho just completely destroyed the professional guild's headquarters, killing 45 people, including Pei Chi and his 9-year-old daughter. Our MC's face darkens, and he mutters that these bastards are real animals for not even sparing a child. Like, you have to be a special kind of evil to cross that line. He grabs his jacket, and his brain starts connecting the dots. Wait, all these killings happened right after he got that mystery letter. Yes, that's not a coincidence. Leaving his apartment, Luo Yu is thinking he needs to find a new place to stay. But the thing is, our boy has his spidey sense tingling, feeling like someone is watching him. So, he switches taxis multiple times, drives around the city, and basically does everything he can to shake off anyone who might be tailing him. After playing Ford chess with his potential stalkers, he finally ends up in front of a real estate office. A girl opens the door and asks if he's looking for an apartment, and our guy confirms. A lady with a particularly large chest welcomes him, and she immediately starts her sales pitch, describing a perfect place she thinks will suit him. Then she asks if he wants to see it right now. Luo Yu is like, let's go. Fast forward a bit, and they're standing in a house in the shotting community. The agent is talking about all the advantages. Good neighborhood, convenient location, all that real estate agent stuff. Our MC walks around checking the place out, and after a quick look decides, alright, I'll take it. The agent's eyes light up like she just won the lottery, and she immediately starts talking about contracts and paperwork. Right then, his phone rings. It's Sujinja asking if they're still teaming up to clear the third world together. She also mentions that she rented a place, and will send him his share of the money. Cut to Luo Yu standing in his new apartment, getting mentally prepped to dive back into the other world. A few moments later, the two are standing face to face in the safe zone. The first thing he sees is a couple of random players walking up, and trying to recruit Sujin for their team. Basically telling her she should ditch Luo Yu, because he's just a low-level noob holding her back. But before anyone can get handsy, Lu Yao appears out of nowhere, grabs one of these clowns by the collar, and starts screaming at them for disrespecting our MC. Behind him, Xiaoyao is suggesting they shouldn't start a fight that might come back to bite Luo Yu later. Lu Yao thinks for a second and realizes his friend is right, so he lets the players go, but you can tell he wanted to punch them. Sujin is still feeling embarrassed and nervous about the whole situation. As Lu Yao starts introducing his guild members, there's Xiao, who's apparently a support class, and Chen Ye, who's their healer. They're basically offering to carry Luo Yu through the dungeon, but Luo Yu politely refuses, saying he just needs Sujin with him, and that's enough. Now they start talking about Chen Tian Chen, a guy who's apparently so op that no one dares to mess with him. But our MD has a feeling that there's definitely something shady going on behind the scenes with this guy. Sujin is worried, reminding Luo Yu that he also had beef with Chen Jun before, which means he's probably on his hit list too. But our guy just tells her to chill, confidently saying he can handle whatever comes his way. Meanwhile, Lu Yao and his guild members are standing there watching this whole interaction, and you can see the jealousy written all over their faces. Like, damn, why is Luo Yu getting all the attention? Suddenly, our MC turns around and asks them if they're ready to go. They all yell yes in unison. Just then, the system window pops up, asking Luo Yu if he's really sure about challenging the third world boss. Our guy doesn't hesitate. He hits yes, and boom, a massive portal opens up right in front of them. They step through the portal, and a system announcement hits them in the face. Welcome to the world of Grim Reaper's Advent. Lu Yao is looking around like, hey, this doesn't look so scary. But then the sky just goes black. They look up, and there are literally thousands of bats flying overhead. And from the middle of that flying nightmare emerges a giant boss. Luo Yu's face darkens. He realizes they're about to fight the Grim Reaper himself. And this is not going to be easy. Our boy Luo Yu immediately uses his detection skill to check out the boss's stats. After looking at the numbers, he's like, this boss is definitely stronger than the last one, but with 2 pets, and this undead gear, we're good. The boss lets out a crazy roar, and suddenly the ground starts cracking as a dark skeleton king, and a whole army of skeleton warriors start crawling out. Luo Yu doesn't even blink. He summons his pets and tells them to wipe out every monster they see. Then he casually launches a flaming rocket, and deletes a huge chunk of the enemies in one shot. Sujin is standing there with her jaw on the floor, completely losing her mind that Luo Yu just wiped out an entire army with a single attack while everyone else is struggling to kill a single skeleton warrior. Now Luo Yu breaks down the plan. He's going one-on-one with the boss, while everyone else clears the small threat. He also tells Liu Yao to find a safe spot since the guy has no resurrections left and literally cannot die. Su Jin and Shen Yai are cheering Luo Yu on, but then Xiaoyao looks around confused like, hey, where's Guild Master Liu Yao? The camera cuts to Liu Yao hiding behind a rock in the distance, screaming that he's gonna protect himself by staying as far away from the fight as possible. Back with our guy, and he's thinking his new pet is the key for this boss fight. While the skeleton warrior pet handles crowd control on the smaller enemies, our guy charges straight at the Grim Reaper. The dark skeleton takes a nasty hit to Kaiser's face, and Shen Yai is panicking, screaming that even a level 30 boss is getting absolutely demolished by Luo Yu's pet like it's nothing. Meanwhile, our MC is also going ham on the boss, landing hit after hit. Their combined assault keeps shocking Shen Yai while Xiaoyao is trying to stay focused, reminding himself to keep healing. The battle goes on for a few minutes, back and forth, trading blows until finally Luo Yu lands the finishing hit and wipes the boss out of existence. The system immediately congratulates the entire team for defeating the boss, and everyone is going crazy celebrating, because they're literally the first team to ever clear the third world. Luo Yu tells Su Jin and Liu Yao they should camp in the third world for a few more days to grind levels, which will make the fourth world much easier when they have to face those monsters. They both agree it's a good plan, and decide to stay longer. Fast forward a bit, and our MC is back in his apartment, ready for bed before diving into the fourth world. He walks in without turning on the lights, and heads straight for his bed, just wanting to crash. But then he feels something. His hand touches something soft, and he freezes. There's someone else in his bed. Our guy jumps up completely shocked, and boy, the sight in front of him is enough to make any grown man happy. Probably their little friend too. But no, this fool instead of enjoying it. So, our guy immediately bolts out of the room and makes a quick call to his agent, asking, hey, what the hell, was this place supposed to be a co-ed? And this woman has the audacity to act like she told him about this before, literally gaslighting him. Our MC is sitting there like, I know for a fact you never mentioned a roommate. But instead of apologizing like a normal person, she flips the script on him, going full Karen mode, screaming about how her team worked their asses off to find him this apartment, and now he has the nerve to complain when he never said he didn't want a roommate. Our guy's just standing there, having an existential crisis like, wait, so somehow this is my fault? He tells her to just find him a new place ASAP. She agrees but makes it clear it's gonna take a while. Still standing by the door where the girl passed out, Luo Yu pulls out that invitation letter he got earlier for the tournament. It's for the 100th professional competition happening in 2 weeks, and the dude is determined. See, in his past life he died before he could make a name for himself. So this time he's determined to compete and actually build a legacy. The only problem, he needs to hit level 31 first if he wants to qualify for the Pro League. And since he can't stay here because of the woman, he decides to head to the other world. As he's about to enter the portal, his phone buzzes with a message from Liu Yao asking for help. Meanwhile, in the third world called Shadowland, Liu Yao is standing there with 3 girls who are totally clowning on him, asking if he can really do this, because he doesn't look capable at all. Liu Yao is trying to save face, confidently saying that, even if he can't handle it, his big bro definitely can. Just in time, Luo Yu materializes into the other world, and these girls immediately start judging him, because he's a beast tamer. Apparently, that's the trashiest class in their eyes. Liu Yao is practically on his knees, begging our guy to join the party, and help them out. Luo Yu just laughs, calling him out like, dude, are you really doing all this just to impress some girls? Then Liu Yao explains the real quest they need to take down the level 27 skeleton boss. The problem is, Liu Yao already sent his guys in, and they all got wrecked. so Luo Yu is literally their last hope. Entering the skeleton boss area, our hero tells the group to wait outside, but these girls keep talking trash, believing he's all talk. Literally 3 minutes later, our MC casually walks out of the exit. One of the girls immediately assumes he got defeated and rage quit. Luo Yu tells Lu Yao the monster is handled and says he has other business to attend to. Lu Yao is over here cheering our hero on like his personal fanboy, while the girls are frantically checking their system notifications, completely shocked that he cleared the boss that fast. After confirming the quest is done, two of them start sweet-talking Lu Yao, who reminds them about their little bet. They promise to be his girlfriends for 7 days if Luo Yu could pull it off. But the third girl tries to run off because she's clearly more interested in Luo Yu than honoring any bets. Lu Yao catches her, and she's begging him to let her go. A bit later, this girl appears behind Luo Yu and calls him Asura, the name our hero used in his past life. Luo Yu is panicking internally, but tries to play it cool, like, nah, Asura died 100 years ago, but this girl ain't buying it. She insists he didn't die because he's Asura standing right in front of her. That's when he realizes she's the one who sent that mystery letter. Our guy immediately grabs her by the neck, demanding to know who she is and how she knows about him. The girl is playing hard to get, saying she'll only spill the beans after he does something for her first. This just pisses our MC off even more. She's begging, swearing she won't tell anyone his identity. And even though he's seriously considering eliminating her right then and there to keep his secret, he holds back. He needs to know who's really behind all this. He asks what she wants, and the girl lays out her demand. She needs our guy to carry her through the professional competition. So, the girl explains that all she needs is for him to carry her through the city qualifiers and then she'll tell him everything. Our guy is like, wait, are you just entering this tournament for money? And yeah, money's a part of it, but our girl says the real reason is to prove herself. As he walks away, Luo Yu tells her to get to level 30 first. The girl is hidden, promising to message him the second she hits level 30. As she starts following him like a lost puppy, Luo Yu has to make it clear. Only contact me when it's time to sign up. That's it. Don't text me, don't call me, and don't think about me. After ditching her, our MC enters the fourth world, Dragon Valley, and spawns in the safe zone of the Temple of Light. This place is packed because players from both Linhai and Ghent cities have the same spawn point. Now, here's the deal with this world. He has to complete 2 main quests, kill at least 3 different Lord-level Dark Dragons, and get level 5 Trust from a Dragon. Only then can he fight the final boss. Plus, once he hits level 30, he unlocks another pet slot, which means he can get himself a flying dragon. Our guy is hype and ready to grind. So he heads into the Dark Mountain range with his pets, and they start demolishing dragons one after another, while his pets are handling the business. Luo Yu is over here studying the dragon's weak points. Then, all of a sudden, he hears some strange noises. Looks up and sees a whole swarm of flying dragons heading straight for him. Our guy is thinking, hey, this hidden quest never triggered in my past life. What the hell is going on? He quickly levels up and tells his pets to fight. But unexpectedly, the black dragons and the light dragons start fighting each other. And since the black dragons are getting their asses handed to them, Luo Yu only has to worry about the light dragons now. Then things get juicy. A level 35 boss locks onto him and charges, but his pet jumps in front, tanking the hit. Our MC realizes there are 3 of these level 35 dragons, and he's starting to think his respawn point is about to get very familiar. That's when one of the Lord Dragons starts talking, saying it's gonna kill him. Luo Yu is standing there like, wait, since when can you guys talk? The dragon then gives him an ultimatum. Ditch the Light Clan and join the Dark Clan or get deleted right here, right now. So, standing there, Luo Yu is thinking if he refuses, these monsters will kill him, which means he'll lose 2 levels, which he absolutely cannot afford with no other options. Our guy has to accept. The Dark Dragon opens a portal and tells him to step through. On the other side, Luo Yu finds himself in a dark, ominous hell. Not a safe zone, but a login, logouts, and respawn point. Standing there is a Dark Dragon Knight named Goya, who welcomes him to the Dark Clan. A notification pops up asking if he wants to join. And then a second one appears announcing he's lost a level because the hidden quest timer ran out. Now that the initial intros are done, Goya immediately gives him his first quest. Go kill the Light Dragons to prove his loyalty. So now Luo Yu is forced to hunt down the Light Clan. Right then he gets a message from the girl he met earlier, begging for help. Our guy responds with a no, but she refuses to take no for an answer, and says she'll tell him something about Asura if he helps. That gets his attention. So, he quickly heads back to the third world where she's waiting alone in the city of the dead, looking all desperate. She explains that right before the quest, her friends ditched her, and with only half a day left, she had no choice but to contact him. Luoyu doesn't care about the sob story. He just wants to get the quest done and get out. Then, out of nowhere, Sudian appears. She sees our guy and is like, "Wait, what are you doing here?" Then she recognizes the girl he's with. And our girl's panic level goes from 0 to 100 real quick. She blurts out that she's Luoyu's cousin, Min Qian, because they have to keep this deal a secret. Su-jin is super excited to see Luoyu's cousin and asks to join the quest. And now our guy is stuck in this awkward 3-person party. Fast forward and Luoyu and Su-jin are teaming up to destroy zombies while Min Qian is watching from the sidelines, feeling useless. She's comparing herself to Su-jin, thinking, "Damn, she's good at this game and I am just here for the participation points." While she's on her quest, some of her friends saw her and snitched to her brother that his girlfriend is playing co-op with another guy. Meanwhile, Min Qian is thanking them both for the carry. Once Su-jin is gone, our guy immediately corners Min Qian about the Asura secret. She tells Luoyu that Asura is living in Linhai City at the Shuo Elegance community. Luoyu is standing there like, "How do you know all this?" and immediately orders his pet to attack her. His skeleton monster starts choking her, and not in a fun way, and she's struggling to talk, gasping that she'll explain everything after the competition. Luoyu realizes this girl is smart enough to use information as leverage, so he tells his pet to let her go. She collapses to the ground, coughing and gasping. He gives her one last warning. It's basically a threat wrapped in a casual conversation. "Only contact me after you hit level 30. And believe me, deleting your account will be super easy for me if you don't listen." Min Qian is still recovering from almost having her windpipe crush. She promises the secret is between them, and swears on everything that no one else will find out. But Luoyu is still paranoid about her knowing where he lives, so he's thinking maybe it's time to find a new apartment. Meanwhile, in the fourth world, this dude named Wargot is scrolling through the messages sent by Min Qian's friends. And apparently he's the mystery boyfriend who's now absolutely furious that she's cheating on him. A guy standing next to him is being an instigator, saying no one deserves to steal the vice leader's girl, and really adding fuel to the fire. So far, all they know is that the man named Qian was seen with a beast tamer with a skeleton king pet, but his real identity is still a mystery. Since they're currently on a mission, the vice leader decides to put his love life troubles on hold, and orders his guild members to focus on wiping out all the dark dragons first. Right then, a figure appears from the smoke, looking all dramatic. As they're squinting, trying to figure out who it is, they realize it's our guy standing with his back to them. The vice leader immediately starts flexing, declaring that he rules this place and Luoyu should bow down and serve under him. When our hero turns around, the group is completely shocked to see a new face, finding it hard to believe someone could clear the third world so fast. Min Qian's boyfriend stares at our MC and warns him not to go against the War God Guild. Our hero, not really knowing much about this guild and not trying to start a fight right now, because he has other quests to grind, thinks it's best to just leave. As he starts to walk away, the vice leader is so mad he's about to throw hands, but his own guild members have to hold him back, trying to calm this man down before he does something stupid. Now they're all whispering about Luoyu, doubting that a beast tamer could have cleared the world so fast, and assuming he must be a top player from Linhai City since Linhai and their city are connected in the fourth world. Looking at his next quest, the vice leader says he'll for sure kill Luoyu next time. The quest is a hidden opportunity with a solo boss fight against the undead dragon. He tells his guild members to help him take it down. After moving a bit, they reach the dragon's lair and charge in like they own the place. The vice leader is feeling confident, sure he can easily take down these dragons. But then suddenly, someone standing right in front of the dark dragon attacks him. And this man is in complete disbelief. Luoyu appears from the smoke, declaring that the boss dragon belongs to him. It very quickly becomes clear that this is gonna be a problem, because they both want the boss. The vice leader orders one of his minions to finish Luoyu off, but Luoyu completely demolishes him with a single attack. The vice leader can barely process that a level 24 player just got taken down in one shot. But then something catches his attention. The boss dragon standing next to our MC isn't attacking him at all, which is super suspicious. Turns out our hero's actual quest is to protect the undead dragon from these guys, which is actually hilarious. Moving forward, Luoyu summons his skeleton king, and the vice leader's brain finally catches up. This is the guy named Qian was cheating on him with. You can practically see the rage building up. Meanwhile, Our hero is focused and determined to complete this quest, especially after failing the last one. The dude is not about to take another L. Seeing Luo Yu's confidence, the jerk goes berserk. The dude is having a complete crisis, because in his head, this guy just stole both his girl and his dragon on the same day. So naturally, he does what any toxic gamer does when reality isn't going their way and starts screaming at his guild members, ordering his boys to wipe RNC out of existence. Now, here's the thing. These poor jerks were already getting wrecked by the dragon, barely surviving. And now they have to deal with this mystery op player who just showed up like a raid boss. These guys are done. Our boy Luo Yu starts taking down the war guild members one by one. Pretty soon, bodies start dropping left and right, and the vice leader finally realizes how screwed he is. He swallows his pride and tells his remaining guys to fall back and regroup, promising they'll be back with the main force for round 2 because clearly this small squad wasn't enough. Now Luo Yu remembers the quest requirements. He has to hold out for 24 hours. So he knows damn well these guys are coming back, probably with their entire Discord server this time. He's like, alright, Dad. Time to dig in and prep for a real fight. Then our guy starts thinking about what the vice leader said earlier, that whole woman stealing accusation. And he's genuinely confused. He's sitting there like, bro, what woman? I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Then he sends a text to his buddy Lu Yao, asking about this war guild. Who are these guys really? Lu Yao hits him back with the info. These guys are ranked 2nd in the entire Jiangning province. And Luo Yu just casually replies, yeah, I just fought them. After doing some research, our MC realizes that even though he's built different, he's gonna need real backup for this one because at this point, it's a guarantee they're bringing the whole squad next time. He tells the dragon to hold down the fort, and goes to recruit some reinforcements. Meanwhile, back in the third world, Sujin finds out that Luo Yu is out there 120ing the war guild by himself, and she immediately starts panicking. She's genuinely worried for Luo Yu. Cut to our MC standing in a dark, ominous hall in front of the leader Goya, flat out asking for help. And to his complete surprise, Goya doesn't even hesitate and immediately agrees to help. Seeing this, Luo Yu is actually shocked because the Light Clan, the ones who are supposed to be the good guys, the ones who are supposed to help people, never help players. But the Dark Clan, these guys are over here offering assistance without a second thought. So, without wasting a second, he explains the whole situation. The quest to protect the undead dragon, the massive incoming attack, all of it. Goya places a hand on his shoulder, all dramatic and mentor-like, promising they'll make sure he completes his quest as a blood oath. Right then, Luo Yu gets an urgent notification flashing on his screen. The undead dragon is under attack right now, and he needs to get back ASAP before it gets deleted. He teleports back immediately while Goya is standing there dramatically declaring, the darkness will always be there to back you up. Back in the undead dragon area, it's absolute chaos. The main force has arrived with what looks like half the server, and they're going all out on that dragon. More players are charging in with their swords drawn, abilities flying everywhere when our MC literally materializes out of thin air and starts fighting back. The vice leader spots Luo Yu and immediately starts screaming for the armed forces to focus fire on him. Our guy summons his pets and gives them one last chance. Retreat now or you will all be permanently deleted. But no, these fools are determined to die. One of these morons, this lightning mage, thinks he can solo Luo Yu and orders his minions to focus on the dragon. Then he unleashes his first attack on Luo Yu, but Luo Yu's pet just casually blocks it. The mage is standing there in complete disbelief, jaw on the floor, thinking, how is a beast tamer so strong? My attacks are doing nothing. Right then, the skeleton charges him. He dodges the hit, and by this point, it's clear to him that he can't engage in a head-on fight. But before he can even think of a plan, Luo Yu hits him with a fireball. So he quickly pulls out a shield spell, thinking to himself, how is one person able to push me this far? So this man decides to do what every third-rate villain does when reality doesn't go their way. He completely ignores reality and goes on a rampage. He's screaming about how he won't back down, he's the legendary lightning mage, the god of war, and all this dramatic nonsense. Our guy just looks at him and says, bro, drop these silly ambitions. Even if you and your entire guild go all out on me, you're not winning this fight. And right as he finishes that sentence, a huge swarm of dark dragons appears in the sky. This is the backup our hero called in earlier. Seeing all these dragons appear, Tianming's face goes pale, and our MC is just sitting there grinning like, so, you guys still wanna fight? Tianming takes one look at the situation, does the math in his head, and orders the war guild to retreat. The vice leader is standing there completely shocked because this was a hidden quest. He absolutely could not lose. But the guild leader isn't about to let his entire team get massacred over some quest rewards. Then Tianming starts putting the pieces together. Why aren't the undead dragon and the lord dragons attacking the beast tamer? He finally realizes that Luo Yu is here to protect them, which means completing their quest is literally impossible now. The vice leader finally agrees to retreat, but Xinjun makes sure to hit Luo Yu with that classic villain line. We'll definitely meet again. Meanwhile, the vice leader is still absolutely furious with our MC over the whole misunderstanding his friend's cause. The dude has a beef over something that's not even real. Fast forward 24 hours, and the quest is complete. All the dragons are lying on the ground resting and Luo Yu is just chilling on one like a sofa. The system notification pops up congratulating him for successfully completing the quest. Our guy pats the undead dragon and tells it, "Alright, you're free." As all the dragons fly up into the sky, Luo Yu checks out his rewards. His trust level with the Dark Clan has gone up to level 3, which is awesome. With these new rewards, he can easily upgrade his pets. And his next goal is to hit level 30 to unlock that second pet slot. Plus, he's saving the rare rewards for later, because our boy is playing the long game. Right then, he gets a message from someone begging for help, and he's like, might as well check out. Cut to the city of destruction where it turns out the message was actually sent by Ning Clan's boyfriend as a trap. The dude is standing there thinking our MC probably won't show up. Mid-conversation, Luo Yu just materializes out of nowhere. And they're all standing there like, wait, he actually came. The vice leader immediately calls for the main force while walking up to Luo Yu, declaring, "Today we're for sure killing you." But Luo Yu isn't even paying attention to their threats. He just looks at the vice leader confused and asks, "Hey, why'd you keep saying I stole your woman? I literally have no idea what you're talking about." This just makes the vice leader even more pissed because now he looks stupid. Then the bigger jerks show up too. He tells the vice leader to chill, saying he'll handle our hero himself. Then this man has the audacity to offer our MC a spot in his guild, which completely enrages him. Xinjun holds out his hand like they're about to shake, and Luo Yu just smirks and says, "You're underestimating me." Xinjun's expression completely changes, and he's like, "Wait, are you seriously challenging us as an enemy right now?" Suddenly, someone screams from behind them, "Don't mess with Luo Yu." Everyone turns around, and there's Lu Yao with his Supreme Guild buddies on one side, and Su Jin with her whole Misty Rain Guild crew on the other. Both teams are basically saying, "Try us to anyone who even thinks about touching Luo Yu." The vice leader is just standing there looking nervous, while Ning Qian tries to act tough, talking about, "Don't mess with us. We're ranked second in the province." Lu Yao straight up laughs in his face and says, "Bro, I'm handsomer and richer than you." Then Su Jinjia steps up, looking absolutely ready to commit murder, warning everyone that if they so much as breathe wrong on Luo Yu, she'll personally show them what the Misty Rain Guild is all about. The vice leader of the War Guild is doing some quick math in his head like, we can still take them. We're ranked higher. But Taiming actually uses his brain for once and is like, "Bro, we should not fight right now." The vice leader is still acting tough, really wanting to fight. That's when Tianming hits him with the facts. The professional competition is right around the corner, so starting a beef over this petty stuff is just dumb. Even the vice leader has to admit that's true and apologizes for not thinking things through. He's also secretly wondering what kind of connections our MC has if two guilds are willing to go to war for him. Meanwhile, Ning Qian is still plotting how to recruit Luo Yu for herself. Once the war guild finally leaves, Lu Yao immediately turns to our hero, asking if he's okay. Luo Yu is like, "Yeah, I'm good." But Su Jin is still pissed about the whole thing. Then our MC asks the obvious question, "Wait, why are you guys even here?" And both Su Jin and Lu Yao blurt out at the same time, "Join my guild." They both freeze, look at each other, and immediately start arguing about which guild Luo Yu should choose. It turns into a bidding war. Su Jinjia is offering whatever salary you want, literally anything. While Lu Yao is over here promising, "I'll introduce you to different girls every day." Su Jin completely loses it and screams at Lu Yao for being shameless. But this man adds, "Look, that's what guys want. And joining the Misty Rain Guild won't deliver." Su Jin is so frustrated, she just yells, "I can satisfy all his desires." The second those words leave her mouth, she realizes what she just said and starts frantically backpedaling, while Luo Yu and Lu Yao just stand there silently watching her. Finally, our MC turns them both down, saying he's just focused on leveling up right now. He walks away, leaving the two guild leaders just standing there. They're watching him go when they realize he's walking in the complete wrong direction. Cut to the real world, where Ning Clan's boyfriend is doing some research on the Dark Clan. As he discovers that Luo Yu joined, he finds out there's a hidden quest attached to the Dark Clan that's so hard no one bothers to try because everyone thinks it's fake. His eyes light up like, this is how I'm finally gonna beat Luo Yu. Back in the game, Su Jian, Bluinga, and a bunch of other players are trying to calm down a god dragon that's completely losing its mind because someone stole its egg. Then they look back and see our hero casually chilling there, which means he's here for a quest too. They're like, hey, wanna team up to fight the dark dragon? But Luo Yu is like, nah, my quest is actually to fight the light dragons, which completely confuses everyone. That's when they spot a level 35 light dragon in the sky looking very angry, probably about the missing eggs. Since Su Jin and Lu Yao weren't involved in the egg napping, they're like, not our problem. But then the light dragon starts specifically attacking our Ms. Meanwhile, Su Jin and Lu Yao are still completely clueless about what's going on, trying their best to calm this angry god dragon. Meanwhile, Luo Yu is standing there with his shield, thinking he's safe. But nope, he still takes 27-28 of damage like it's nothing. The dragon is completely relentless, just going berserk, and eventually Luo Yu's shield literally explodes into pieces, forcing our guy to back up fast. Everyone is standing around scratching their heads like, hey, why does this dragon have such a personal beef with this one guy? But dragons can literally smell their own eggs, so it's pretty obvious who the egg thief is. Luo Yu's brain finally catches up, and he's hyped to put the pieces together, while Luo Yu is over here trying to gaslight everyone like, hey, steal an egg, never heard of it. Which, by the way, makes him look even more suspicious because the dragon is literally only trying to kill him and ignoring everyone else. Maybe the dragon is also realizing something else, like the fact that our guide is actually part of the Dark Clan. Anyway, Luo Yu isn't taking any chances, and immediately summons his entire pet squad to shield him. But these attacks are draining their hit bars so fast that it's becoming clear. If this fight keeps up, our MC is about to become dragon food. But it turns out this whole mess was a setup by the War Guild's vice president. Su Jin and Lu Yao both start screaming orders for their guild members to help Luo Yu. Su Jin is completely convinced that Luo Yu would never do something like this. So she tries to reason with the light dragon, appealing to its sense of justice or something. But the dragon isn't having it, and basically says, give me proof he's innocent, or I am killing everyone here. And just when things couldn't get any more tense, Ning shows up like an MC, telling the dragon she can prove our MC's innocence. Her boyfriend watches this unfold and is seething. Ning pulls out an image crystal and plays the actual footage of the real egg thief. And surprise, it's Vice President Wu of the War Guild, caught red-handed stealing those eggs. She dramatically points to where he's standing on a cliff with his crew. And Wu Di immediately loses it, screaming at her for exposing to him. The light dragon, now knowing the truth, flies straight up to Wu and his crew and demands to know where the eggs are. These guys are trembling because they already sold them. The dragon, absolutely furious, just straight up deletes them on the spot, then vanishes. Su Jin runs up to thank Ning, saying they would have all been dead without her clutch save. Ning is just happy she could finally be useful for once. But our hero, he's got a look of vengeance in his eyes, declaring he's about to hunt down every single member of the War Guild who was in on this mess. Cut to the War God Guild's headquarters in Chongqing City, where some members are frantically reporting that Vice President Wu and his crew are being hunted by an angry god dragon. While Luo Yu is out there in full assassin mode, taking down War Guild members one by one. They report all this to their leader, Ming, who doesn't even flinch. He just orders his men to lock down the fourth world. Nobody gets in, and everyone involved in the egg theft is immediately kicked out. But then a guy standing nearby is like, boss, maybe we should think this through. The professional competition is literally right around the corner. But Ming doesn't care. He even adds, ordering them to start recruiting new guild members to replace the trash they're kicking out. Then casually drops the bomb that he'll personally handle that beast hammer. Meanwhile, back in the real world, our guy gets a call from his agent asking if he wants to check out a new apartment nearby. Luo Yu is like, sure. I'll swing by later today. Cut to a delivery guy standing outside an apartment door. He knocks, and when Ning opens it, our girl's face goes white because this delivery guy is actually Wu in disguise. She immediately tries to slam the door in his face, but Wu catches it with one hand like it's nothing and barges in, saying there's no way she's getting away from him. Ning backs away, terrified, asking what he wants from her. Wu starts losing it, screaming that she got him kicked out of the guild and completely destroyed his career, and now she has the audacity to enter the tournament with that beast hammer. Ning tries to explain she's not with Luo Yu and was literally just trying to stop an innocent person from getting eaten by a dragon, but Wu is too mad to hear anything without letting her finish. This psycho lunges at her, pinning her to the bed and holding her down. Ning is screaming for help, tears streaming down her face. And just when you think this is about to turn into a whole different kind of story, a hand grabs Wu by the collar and throws him across the room like a ragdoll. And who shows up? Our boy Luo Yu with the clutch save. Perfect timing, as always. The second Ning sees him, she runs over crying and hugs him tight. Wu is watching this whole thing looking like he's about to explode with rage. Ning is desperately trying to tell Wu that she's not involved with Luo Yu. But this man isn't listening. He charges at her again, screaming he's gonna kill her. But Luo Yu is not having it. He delivers a powerful kick to Wu's back, followed by a punch straight to the face that sends this guy to the floor, blood pouring from his nose and mouth. As Ning tries to explain her relationship with Luo Yu again, our guy cuts her off, saying he doesn't care about all that. He just heard some strange noises and came to check. But now he realizes she's the one living next to him, and there's no way that's just a coincidence. So he asks, "Alright, what's really going on here?" She explains she only saw him there once before meeting him in the other world. Luo Yu is confused about why she keeps calling him Asura. Ning reveals she saw the name on a letter addressed to him once. She pulls out the letter, and it turns out to be about the professional competition. Our guy starts to trust her a little more, but he's determined to find out who sent that letter. After leaving her apartment, he gives it back, telling her to keep it. Ning begs him to let her stay since Wu now knows where she lives, but Luo Yu tries to refuse at first. She keeps begging, saying she has nowhere else to go, and she's basically broke. Remembering how she saved him with that dragon footage, Luo Yu transfers her 100,000 his winnings from the city tournament, and tells her she doesn't have to pay him back. As he's walking down the stairs, Ning is sadly talking to herself like, "No one likes a freeloader and a loser like me." Cut to our guy standing before the leader Goya, and it's clear he's finally earned the full trust of the Dark Clan. Goya is promising him some special quests with rare rewards. Plus, Luo Yu just hit level 30, and he's thinking about changing his profession before taking on any new quests. The scene shifts. Our guy enters a trial area with his loyal skeleton buddy and Tao. Right then, a system window pops up informing him about the trial rules. And then another one appears, saying that if he dies, he'll lose 3 levels. Luo Yu looks around, and is like, "So this is the summoner's profession advancement quest? Totally different from what I was expecting." Now, without wasting a second, Luo Yu opens his map, checks where he needs to go, and tells the skeleton king to follow him. They take a few steps, and a hand appears with a reminder to like the video and help Manhwa Cipher create awesome content, and ring that tiny little notification bell. And I'll see you next time.